Old, I don't know.
Me too. We're live, guys. What's up? It's NiceGuyAndy podcast. We're here. You know what we do. We watch wrestling. We support independent wrestling. Got my boys here, Sean Johns.
Hey, hello, everybody. How are we?
Got Superfly Johnny Lee over there.
What's up? What's up?
He's got his duck with him.
That's right. My duck.
Oh. And a special guest, Collar and Elbow owner. Can we say that?
Al Snow's personal stooge.
Al Snow's personal stooge, Rod Hicks.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
What's up, Rod?
Yes, sir.
A.K.A. Loverboy Brock Landers, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Former.
Yeah, in a galaxy.
No, he's not
far
former.
away.
He's still that somewhere deep down inside, right?
I hope not.
Yeah. Loverboy will jump out here in a little bit when we get him riled up.
Uh-oh.
Hey, that tends to happen, though.
It does tend to happen with us.
I'm gonna.
All right. Well, speak of the devil. Want to shout out our sponsors. First off, we'll go with ProWrestlingTees.com/NiceGuyAndy podcast. We have some T-shirts of our own for sale on there. Order.
Then,
we have 4 designs thus far. Start us. Buy one, buy all 4. Even goes to support the podcast. Also, this is not planned. I didn't plan this, but this is my gimmick shirt. This is the support your local indie wrestler little jacket I ordered from there. Used our promo code off COLLARxELBOW.com. Use promo code Andy10 at checkout. Receive 10% off your entire order. Take it, Johnny.
That's right. You see these belts on this tape right here? You want to know who made these? Look no further than a man from Pakistan, Muhammad Jafar. You want a custom championship or a double championship? Just hit him up and he gets you a good deal. That's right. The man from Pakistan, Muhammad Jafar. Or hit us up and we can get you a deal.
That's right.
And for all your internet gaming needs, check out Royal Lex on Facebook and sign up and tell them the Nice Guy Andy podcast sent you, and they'll give you $5 on free play.
That's right.
Okay.
We got our man.
Aaron
Rod
Rose
Hicks
says, tell Rod to change his cards.
Yeah, Lemon Juice McGee said suck it, by the way.
Wow. Nice guys. The real nice guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
Chucky
yeah.
Smooth's tuning in.
Chucky
too.
Smooth watching
I
us.
love Chucky Smooth.
I love Chucky.
Huge pop for Chucky Smooth.
Yes, sir.
We got all of them coming in to tune in tonight. Rod Hicks is inside the house.
That's just because they know I know all their stories about them.
Oh, it says
Please tell everything you know about everything.
Oh,
stuff.
Marcus Johnson's on.
Oh,
What's up,
yeah.
Marcus
The
Johnson?
marvelous
What's up,
one.
marvelous one?
We will.
Loverboy. Several explanations. Oh, he meant charge his cards.
Oh, man. Why does he got to call me out like that?
Oh, I thought he said change. He did say charge at first.
Yeah.
Sorry, Aaron. I can't read
Hey.
tonight.
We got heat.
Sometimes happens.
We got card heat, Tiny.
Oh,
Man, we was watching the YouTube about you a little bit, and
Oh, Lord.
you've pretty much wrestled everybody,
Wait,
haven't
did you say YouTube or Pornhub?
oh no!
YouTube.
Well, we was watching your OnlyFans.
Your
Oh, yeah.
weekend with Juice.
I mean-
or Juice's weekend with you.
It was
Where you're sitting there.
It's called Loverboy's Brown Eye Express. Your OnlyFans is.
Yep.
Or that time that you told Ziggy Dice, we got heat burning you inside his bathroom, and he said, "Yep,
We got heat,
Yeah.
bro.
that's
We got
right."
huge heat with Zicky Dice.
Yeah,
you
you-
guys,
Shirt.
You had
if you guys
outlandish.
don't know who Zicky Dice is, just turn off your safe search and then Google him.
Yeah, that's great.
you had lemon juice dressed like China. That was funny.
Well, you gotta study your opponents. You never know. You gotta be ready.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
You know?
Did
That's
you
very
actually
true.
have a match with her?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay. That was a goof.
No, she was there.
Oh, was she there?
Yeah, she was there. Emma Juice was there.
He was studying her just in case.
I think she passed away like 2 weeks after that.
No shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucks,
pretty
man.
sad.
She's a great talent, and I hate that her career went like
Yeah.
X-rated, and then
Yeah, we picked her up from a Comic-Con in Cincinnati
Yeah.
tonight, drove her to Lawrenceburg, and there was a documentary being done about her.
wow.
And the her I guess he was a manager and the videographer, whatever.
Yeah.
Actually took cameras to the apartment when he found her body.
Wow.
I pray that's not in the documentary when it comes out.
Yeah, there's a documentary. Hasn't come out yet, I guess.
I don't think so. I mean, this was.
It's been a while ago.
Yeah.
5 years ago, 6 years ago when she passed away.
Yeah.
Scott Diamond.
Oh,
Thanks for watching, brother.
Forever,
Scott
baby.
Diamond.
Diamonds are forever.
Yeah, actually
Right.
watching some of your Scott Diamond when he walked in, when
Yeah.
watching your old promo on Independent Talent.
Oh, is that why you guys were asleep when I walked in?
Yeah.
No, sir.
No,
No, sir.
shit.
Oh.
That guy hit you with a bottle. You got to watch out.
Hey,
He hits himself with a
listen,
bottle. He'll hit
did
us
he-
with anything.
Rod Hicks is Chucky Smooth said Rod Hicks is one of the funniest guys I've ever met. Great dude and a great worker. That is true.
Yeah.
Chuck Smooth is a well-known liar.
Of course,
He drinks a lot, too, is what I hear.
He said that about me once too, and I've never wrestled a match.
Yeah. Oh, neither have I, brother.
Oh snap! Scott Diamond said, "Good evening, gentlemen. I have a good Loverboy story." Oh snap!
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Next time you're on the show, Scott, you got to tell that in person.
Well, let him call in. He knows your number, Andy.
No, oh no.
Kirkpatrick, what's up, buddy?
Oh,
What's up, Kirk?
yes.
Yeah.
I am
Great
a
guy.
huge Kirkpatrick. I've known Kirkpatrick for can we curse?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You say whatever you want to say.
Okay. Wait, no, I'm not going to go Kanye. But,
Yeah.
No,
don't.
I've known Kirkpatrick for over 20 years.
Yeah.
What-
He
what
was
the-
just on our show,
Last week.
Yep.
last week, yeah.
And he's stunning cuttered.
Is that in the archives? I'm going to go back and watch
Yeah.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. It's on the YouTube. It's on everything.
I'll send you a link,
Evergreen,
actually.
man.
Oh, look.
Yeah. Kirkpatrick was in here.
So it's
Yeah.
all
He
right.
actually stunned.
He gave Johnny a
I'm still
stunner and then
recovering from
into
that,
a
Johnny
cutter.
had it coming. That's why
Yeah.
he's,
He did have it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he caught me off guard too.
Is that a fucking Gucci hat you're wearing?
Huh?
Is that a damn Gucci
It
hat you're wearing?
is. It is.
Hey,
Oh, shit.
This was made by Gucci Mane.
You can
You
tell.
alive?
You can tell.
Yeah, that's a nice hat, man.
Yeah. They say dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
Hell yeah. Exactly. I got some Yeezys down here.
I
so-
see that. You got the foam runners.
The
I got
foam
the
run-
350s on. Don't
Oh,
cancel
yeah.
me.
Yeah, I know, right? I loved Yeezys. They're so comfortable.
I know, right?
I love them. I
It's-
think they're my favorite shoe.
This is my daily driver, and it's
Yeah.
getting harder and harder to wear.
Yeah, I wear Crocs a lot
Yeah.
in the studio, and then most of the time I wear those runners in the studio.
Yeah.
But I've got 5 or 6, probably 8 pair of fucking Yeezys, and
Yeah.
I don't.
Yee.
There's only a few that I wear, and there's some that in the box that I don't wear, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking and now he's like ruining my investment.
Brother, you have no idea.
He is ruining my investment.
There we go.
He's
Got it
ruined his
set
own
up. We can
investment.
watch this on the big screen, guys.
Turn it down a little bit.
I'll turn that down.
Good looking crew there.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
know,
sir.
Hey,
right?
yes.
We try a little bit.
I came straight from work, so I didn't really have time, but
Try to get that link for you. But yeah,
yeah.
we're glad to have you inside the studio.
Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
think the last time I was here was when Enzo was here.
When
wasn't
Enzo was here,
Yeah.
we brung Enzo in, and he dropped a freestyle for
it?
us.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
He dropped the
Nice.
freestyle. on every
Betty
person.
said,
He started talking about pussy. I was like, "What the fuck, man? You didn't talk about the pussy the whole time you were sitting there, but your freestyle,
"Second
all
we
it was
do that
about was
freestyle,"
pussy."
when he's talking about, yeah.
I'm like, "Come on, Enzo, come on, man." He ran out the door. We still got his beer in there.
Love it.
Yeah.
We still got a piece of
Hey.
pizza in there that.
Hey, Austin Diamond
Awesome.
tried that.
Well, it was like,
pizza.
what, weeks later?
yeah,
wasn't it?
Austin
Yeah.
Diamond ate his pizza. Like we
Ate
still
a
got the
piece.
pizza in there. He's like, "Leave it in there. I'm gonna eat it next time I come." And it's been in there like what,
Since
3 or
then.
4 months
Since
now.
then, Yep.
That's funny. It's funny as
That
shit.
is funny shit.
Betty, I appreciate you, but I don't know. They're going to look about better looking one. It's a toss up between me and Rod. So
I don't know. Sean John's got me. I don't know.
You're a busy man. I'm surprised we even got you to get up here. We appreciate you coming.
It was I was cutting it close. I had to stop and
Yeah.
had to do the Mongolian grill on the way.
Oh yeah, that place is great.
nothing
I
wrong
love
with that.
I love
Got to
a
eat,
meat,
brother.
A meat salad bar.
Oh yeah,
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 that.
yeah. That's a great place to eat. It really is. So how's business going?
Business is great. Collar and Elbow's doing great. We just had a big Black Friday.
Yeah,
Got Al lined up. He's got some big things coming up in the spring.
yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know if I can say too much about it. Is there any wrestling news about a documentary or anything?
I have not seen that yet.
No.
Hasn't
about
been out
about
yet.
Al.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard anything
I will
yet.
kayfabe that.
Okay.
But let's just say early spring, hopefully.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Might be coming to a streaming service near you.
That sounds great.
Awesome.
We'd love to get him on the podcast,
Oh, well, I'll get you his contact.
Oh my
but yeah,
God!
he just doesn't even.
Kyle
I don't know if he
Maggard said
knows
that's
who I
why
am.
he got
Oh,
so
yeah.
fat, won't stop eating.
Is that Kyle Maggard?
Kyle Maggard.
Oh,
Talk
yeah.
about the pot and the fucking kettle.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Jesus
Kyle's he was in here. He was in here. He's cool, man.
No, he's not.
He
No, no.
okay. He's not.
He's
dude.
not cool to me.
You don't have
was
to
kind
put
of
him
a
over.
douche.
I saw a guy at Lemon Juice's comic book shop like a couple weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
He looked like he ate Kyle Maggard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna beat all of us up.
Get flashbacks to Johnson.
Hey, but say what you will, Kyle Maggard still couldn't open a bottle of moonshine.
No,
Right,
we got a
man.
moonshine in there.
That's
That's
true.
stuck.
That's
It's
true,
like
Kyle Maggard.
cemented shut.
He
We
could.
couldn't
He
get
tried hard. He couldn't do it. And
He
then
tried.
Scott Diamond comes in here,
Yeah.
pounds on the back, and then it
Hands
comes
of
right
Stone,
open.
Scott Diamond. Let me tell you about. Is Kyle Maggard? He's on the chat there.
there. He's on the chat.
You
Yeah.
tell Kyle Maggard I beat him on the mat. He can beat me off.
Oh, burn!
Oh wow!
But yeah, Collar and Elbow's doing great.
Oh, cool. Awesome, awesome.
great that
Y'all got
we-
some new. You say you got some new stuff out?
Yeah, right now we got the brand new Zicky Dice. Do we have heat?
Damn straight.
Do we have heat? Zicky Dice has nuclear heat with everyone at WrestleCade and
Hey,
now on the Twitter.
Zicky Dice is one of those guys that's like, fuck you, we're gonna have heat no matter what.
Zicky Dice is one to watch.
That's
I think,
right.
I think 2023 is going to be a big year for Zicky.
I do too. I got
His
him on
mom
Twitter,
told
by
me
the
the
way.
exact same joke. Mm.
Well, so was
Really,
was that your first? You want heat? Is that the first shirt you had?
The first shirt, the way that the whole thing got started,
Yeah.
is when I came back to wrestling about, Jesus Christ, 7, 8, 9 years ago.
Yeah.
I broke in 97
Yeah.
and took a few years off. I got a job with the railroad. Thought I was going to have, retirement.
A regular
benefits.
job, yeah.
And then they did away with that. So started wrestling again. And I found out real quick that no one wanted to buy a T-shirt with my face on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was an ego blow.
Yeah.
But we had a saying. It was myself, the Voodoo Child, Stevie Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how old you guys are.
I
He's,
remember Stevie P.
Yeah,
Yeah. We
and-
actually saw him on the. Did we see
Yeah.
him on the?
Yeah, he was.
Yes,
yeah.
we did.
Oh, you'll never get those minutes back.
Yeah. I
sorry.
know, right?
But yeah, us, Sexy Stan,
Uh-huh.
and
She stands here. Yeah.
handsome Bo James. We'd be making towns, and Bo would always say, "Boys, life's a work, and God is the booker."
Yeah.
And Bo's usually full of shit, but he was pretty spot on that time.
Yeah.
And so when I got back into wrestling, I just made this shirt. Just
You made that shirt.
life is a work.
Yeah. Life
And
is
it
work.
was just huge. It was like the I'm a Paul Heyman guy, just
Yeah.
giant white letters.
Yeah.
And I would go to shows and I would sell just as much to the boys as I would the fans.
fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, man, there might be something to this. Like when I was growing up, like if you were a wrestling fan, like you had to find like a couple secret buddies to talk about it, or everyone in school made fun of you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And definitely chicks weren't into it.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then when I got back into wrestling, like when I broke in, it was, you made the town, you either brought your own camcorder
Yeah.
or you begged a promoter or if you knew one of the wrestlers filmed it, you just begged them for the tape and hoped that they would send it to you or you would see them at a show.
Yeah.
And when I got back into wrestling, I remember like wrestling in, I don't know, maybe like Irvin, Georgetown, Lexington, somewhere in this area. By the time I got back to my house, there was high-res video of our match.
Somebody sent it to you.
There was high-res pictures. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Smartphones.
But like with social media, it was like, oh shit, like we have found our tribe,
Yeah.
and it's like we're all wrestling fans, and now it's cool to watch wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And
right.
like middle-aged, business people watch
yeah.
wrestling, and kids watch wrestling, and the hot chicks.
Yeah. Everybody watches it.
I couldn't believe it when I got on Instagram. I was
Yeah.
just like, who
Yeah.
are all these
Hot
chicks,
chicks,
liking
yeah.
That
wrestling?
caught me by surprise.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So that was basically the antithesis of, the beginning of Collar and Elbow. There was, I was like, man, these life as a work shirts are selling. It's kind of like an inside baseball term.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of like if you see somebody in public and you know what that means, like you can kind of give them a wink or a nod or whatever.
Yeah.
And no one has to know.
Yeah.
Or like it just doesn't scream like here's a dude in his underwear on my shirt. You know,
Yeah.
Like I grew up loving Hulk Hogan, but middle-aged Rod Hicks doesn't want to wear just a giant Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
his- in his-
That's true.
So inside baseball kind of like terms.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's where we started. Like this is my gimmick shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like if you know what that means, you're like, ha. But if not, you're just like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But still good shirt.
Like, yeah, I'm not really.
What year was that? You started it?
Collar and elbow. It was 5 years ago in July.
Okay, cool, man. And it's blown up.
It blew up. We had a lot of momentum when Al initially, you know, came out because we had it running for a month or two, and Al was just, you know, we're trying to build a little steam, and you know, like it's wrestling.
Yes.
You know, we're fucking carnies.
Oh yeah,
So you
yeah.
gotta.
yeah.
We have the mystery owner. No one knows who's it going to be. Who's it?
Same
That's
thing
right.
here. We started this thing, and it's start getting. It's like a snowball. It's
Yeah.
getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Yeah, and that's what happened with us.
We keep on trying to figure out better ways to do it and create more creative ways
That's
to do
right.
it, and more stuff to whatever.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
try to
Well,
get people to buy our T-shirts. You know.
Well,
and stuff.
and the main thing is just to keep doing it.
yeah, yeah.
I see so many people they come out like a house of fire.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they just peter out.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you got to do the reps.
This thing is
Exactly.
it's not me anymore. It's
Right.
like this thing is it exists in its own entity.
Oh, yeah.
Like I can't even stop, because if I stopped, these guys would still show up and they would still like, hey, what's the key to the door? Like,
Right,
where's the
right.
key
Yeah.
to the door? We're gonna do the podcast
Yeah.
even if you don't.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Yeah.
show must go on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
I could quit and the show was still gonna
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah, that's me. If I drop dead tomorrow,
Yeah.
or you know, Al or any of us,
Yeah.
like, the brand's gonna live on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, that's what happened with us. Is it started snowballing, and it was around the time that Shad Gaspard passed away.
Okay.
As I quit
Shit,
quit my real job and went full time working for Al and Collar and Elbow, and then that, I mean, it's unfortunate the series, the events that took place, but like you know, Al was there at OVW, one of Shad's trainers. I met Shad when he was just the beast.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and I don't think he even had a developmental deal at the time. But I remember going like in the beginners class in the old Davis Arena, the one across the river.
Yeah.
And I remember going on a Saturday morning, and I mean, this was probably 99, 2000. I'd got married. My wife at the time wanted to move to Louisville to go to school, so I was just like, well, you know, like I'm gonna check OVW out. I've been working a little bit, and
get back into the wrestling.
they must have had 75 people
Oh, I'm sure.
on a Saturday morning beginners class. But I remember Mike Mondo.
And you'd already been wrestling though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd been wrestling a few years.
Yeah.
But again, it's one of those things where you're like, this is the legitimate training facility. Like this is,
Yeah.
You know, that was the early days of developmental.
Yeah.
But I remember like
They was hooked up.
Crystal, we'll let you
WWE
know
then.
when we get Chance Profit on. We're still
Chance
working on that.
Profit, another huge pop.
He really is. He's great.
Yeah. Chance, another guy I've known for 20 years. But
Great
yeah,
guy.
but yeah,
He's
my-
supposed to come on yesterday, but
Yep.
he
It was Wednesday at church.
yeah, we're
He's-
church. Yeah.
yeah.
We're trying to get him on next Thursday. Hopefully, he
There
can
you
come
go.
in.
Okay.
But yeah, you were saying
So
that
stay tuned. We might
OVW
have it
was
next.
WWE
Thursday.
Yeah. And I remember just going to this beginner's class, and like Mike Mondo and Shad were there, but I was just like, I'm a 5'10", 185-pound white guy.
Yeah,
I can't do flips.
yeah.
Like I am. Like I'm.
Shad was Crime Time, right?
No,
Yeah.
this was pre-crime time.
Pre-crime
Like, he
time.
wasn't
Yeah.
even.
Yeah,
He
this
wasn't
was
even
pre-
signed.
Yeah,
yet.
When you met him, he was
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah, he was just the beast. But I just remember seeing him and Mondo and being like, I don't belong here.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna make a name for myself, it ain't here.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like I said, I wasn't on the gas, didn't do flips. You know, I was a Southern style wrestler.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, I mean, Cornette loves the gimmick,
Yeah,
but like you know, that was Cena, Orton, Batista, Dinsmore.
and Cornette was there then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was
Cornette
there.
was
Like,
running that part.
Yeah,
of
like
WWE.
when I was in and out, you had Al, Cornette, Robert Gibson was still training there. One time they just sent Rocky Johnson down.
Oh,
like, 'cause
really?
I guess
Oh, man.
were like him and The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock.
They were on good terms again, and
Yeah.
they threw him a job, and he just fucked it up.
Yeah.
Heyman came through. maybe Lance Storm, Dreamer was there. I mean, there was a lot of.
So
big
you met a
guys.
lot of these guys.
Oh, brother. Oh, yeah. I think Mike, like Nova.
You was in the shit.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
knew the people.
Mike Bucci.
Yeah, Mike Bucci was there, and that may have been around the time that he got, because a lot of people don't know he was head of talent relations.
Yeah.
When they laid Jim Ross off, Nova got that gig.
Okay.
For a while. But yeah, that
Phenomenal finds. What's up, fellas? What's up, phenomenal finds?
So what'd you do at that point? Like you said,
I
said
just-
these guys are not. But did
Yeah.
you stay there? Or
Yeah,
did you-
yeah. Stay, do the beginners course.
Yeah.
You know, because then it's just like, I broke in with a guy named Daryl Fugit. Love Daryl. Showtime Sean Christopher, Sexty Sean Christopher, HCW out of Hazard. Broke in with those guys, but never went to that. Never got quote unquote trained.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sitting in my house in Richmond one night, and Stevie P and Stan reach out. They're like, "Hey man, you still got your Foot Locker shirt?" 'Cause I worked at Foot Locker. I'm 18 years old. I'm like, "Yeah." And they're
Come
like,
be the ref.
"They're you need to be a ref."
Come be a ref.
And I was living in Lexington, and I show up at the Richmond Armory, and there I go.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember the main event that night was Dirty Dutch Mantel and Killer Kyle
Hell yeah.
from Smoky Mountain.
Okay.
Huge motherfucker.
Yeah. At
And-
the Armory here in Lexington.
Richmond.
Oh, Richmond. In Richmond.
And I remember like reffing that match and getting to the back, and Dutch was like,
Was you a rep before that? No.
"No,
You just worked
No.
at Foot Locker.
I was like, yeah, I was just a fucking mark." And but like I said, like Stevie and Stan they'd been maybe wrestling for 6 months,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Yeah, the ref didn't show up," so I just went and acted like I was Tommy Young.
Yeah.
That's all I know to do.
Yeah.
And I remember Dutch went to Daryl and he was like, "Where'd you get this ref at?" And he was like, "Oh, it's his first night."
This is his first night ever.
And Dutch thought we were ribbing him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, "No, sir." And he said, "Come to Puerto Rico." And I was like, "I have class on Monday."
Yeah. Yeah. I watch his podcast all the time. He's like talking about Puerto Rico
Oh,
all the
brother,
time.
Yes,
he
he
runs
does.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
But
He's-
yeah,
is he still doing that now or?
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe not so much.
He used to
but-
run Puerto Rico though.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he was.
So
he
Yeah.
worked
you
Puerto
did you
Rico.
go?
Hell no, I didn't go to college.
I had school.
Looking back,
Yeah, he has school.
thank
Yeah.
God I didn't go.
Yeah. Exactly.
18-year-old me going to Puerto Rico with Dutch
Yeah.
Mantel.
You'd have had
Holy
gonorrhea or
shit.
something.
I mean, I have that now. But yeah, no, it was like looking back, it's just one of those things. Where I was like what if I would have went?
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But like, no,
Yeah.
no.
So
That
then
wouldn't work.
did you know that wrestling was your shit at that point?
No. I was like, that was fun. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
At
And
that
it-
point, you were just.
and then at that point-
So
now-
you were at this point you're in and out of wrestling like your whole life seems like.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I grew up a wrestling fan. My
Yeah.
dad was like the local high school basketball coach.
Yeah.
So he would open the gym when the Pafos would come to town.
Okay.
So he would tell
hell
me
yeah.
he would tell me all these stories about the wrestlers, like Ronnie Garvin, Macho Man.
So you're like the
Tojo
Forrest
Yamamoto.
Gump of wrestling.
Oh, brother.
It just kind of
It
happened.
basically is.
Yeah, it just
kinda
I really
happened to
am.
you.
I really am. But like I remember like doing that and just having a good time, and then like the next show,
Yeah.
Daryl, the promoter, he's like, "Well, I've got free labor. Here's this mark that's going to drive and ref for free."
Yeah.
So I'm just, he's like, "Do you want to ref the next show?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want to ref the next show."
Wrestling just jumped up and bit me in the butt
I
off.
would do the same thing.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I remember like my second night working, he's like, "You want to take a bump tonight?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to."
Yeah,
take a
hell
bump.
yeah. Johnny wants to take bumps all the time.
Yeah. Well, I took the wrong kind of bump because I'm like reffing the match, whatever, and Daryl's like, "All right, I'll be right back." He like powders out, comes in. This motherfucker hits me with a steel chair.
Oh,
from
shit.
just right across the back.
And you didn't know.
Man,
Like,
hell no.
And
the
they-
bump
they-
is
they
like,
didn't
hey,
train
you're going to
you.
knock
Yeah,
me over with
yeah,
a.
yeah. Like, can I talk to Stevie and Stan?
I'm gonna take a clothesline or something.
Yeah. So I was just like, "Yeah, I'll take a bump." That motherfucker hit me with that chair, and I'm writhing in pain and get to the back, and he's like, "Oh, brother, you're selling your ass off." I was like, "Motherfucker, you hit me with a steel chair."
And you didn't
not
train me
selling.
how to
wasn't-
take
You
it.
I
really
wasn't
fucking
selling.
hit me.
I was selling. Like I wasn't selling. Like I was hurt, motherfucker.
And he didn't train you how to take the chair.
You don't. How you train someone to take a chair
I know.
shot?
Exactly.
You don't.
You just take
you just
it.
take it.
Don't. You just take it. And back then we were so stupid.
Yeah, I actually hit each other.
Well, yeah, and not put our hands up.
Yeah.
You know, because that was the time.
Because
Like,
there was a time when if you put your hands up, you were considered, pardon my French, but
a pussy.
pussy.
Well,
Yeah.
and not only that, but like so, again, I'm 5'10" on a good day.
Yeah.
Maybe if my boots over 6 foot. But like, I'm 185 pounds. Stevie P's about 6'2", 6'3", and at the time he's barely 200 pounds, if that.
Yeah.
And so we're the little guys.
Yeah.
But on TV at the time, you got Shawn Michaels wrestling the Undertaker.
Yeah.
And dude, the Undertaker would waffle that motherfucker, and Shawn would just eat it.
Yeah, and then you had back then you had fucking Spike Dudley taking all the bumps.
Yeah, and guys were just not. It was that time because no one knew about CTE.
Yeah.
And and it was just you want things to look good.
Yeah.
And you want to prove to the boys you're not a pussy. And like looking back, it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But we didn't know any better.
Yeah.
So, but like because we were undersized, like number one, we were taking. You'd get to a fucking town and you'd see some guy and he's just licking his chops because he's like, I'm gonna fucking power bomb you. I'm gonna do this, and you're like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you don't know better.
Yeah. Well,
And
beat the hell out of it.
Yeah, but yeah, we fucking hit each. The hardest thing I've ever been hit with was a fucking hood of a Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh, shit.
I mean, it's solid. It's solid steel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just like, like cookie sheets all day. Like Stevie used to hit me with cookie sheets in fucking Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bah, But like, yeah, that fucking Volkswagen. Oof.
What, did they pull it off of a car or they just had it?
There was like. One time I took a dryer lid.
Oh, yeah.
But they're like hollow.
Yeah.
So it felt great and it was fine. But yeah, like just Daryl would show up because it was.
He just bring anything.
Yeah, because it was HCW, hardcore.
Hardcore. Oh,
and this was, ECW was big.
Oh, yeah. Hardcore shit back in the day.
So he would book Tracy. He would book fucking, like Sabu. Like that was what, and like the commission didn't give a fuck back then. You could bleed all over the place.
Yeah.
I remember there's a brother named
Probably can't now because of you guys.
I guarantee you because of us.
Yeah, y'all fucked it up for everybody.
Us and Ian Rotten fucked it up for everybody.
Betty, watch your language. Can't say those words about Volkswagen.
Who said that?
Oh, my girlfriend Betty. She said something about Volkswagen.
Volkswagen is the absolute worst engineered car on the planet.
Yes,
Yeah.
My ex-wife drove a Volkswagen Beetle, and we almost didn't get married because of that car.
Oh, wow.
You spent too much money on that fucking
car
thing.
You can't get them worked on anywhere.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I had a fucking a really nice SUV, Volkswagen SUV, and I fucking spent all kinds of money on that fucking thing. And then I traded it in and got a Lexus, and I ain't never spent no money on getting that thing fixed.
No.
Yeah, Lexus is
the
where it's good.
shittiest car ever made.
What's that?
The Volkswagen.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He said I wouldn't marry a guy with a Volkswagen either.
Who said that?
Betty.
Oh shit. So.
Well, I guess this is a bad time telling I'm about to buy one. No. Kidding.
Hey,
Andrew Orologio. Okay, I can't pronounce your last name, but
Thanks for
thank you for
tuning in.
watching. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Jack.
Yeah, think about the kendo stick. Everyone thinks the kendo stick's fake.
Nope.
It's not.
No, that shit hurts.
No.
You can. There's like a gimmick out.
Sean
the
ain't
top
getting
or
no
bottom that you
Volkswagen,
can loosen
Crystal.
it up,
Uh-huh.
where it'll be like the little bamboo things will be a little like looser.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Still stings
Yeah,
like
still
fuck.
fuck.
Still stings.
Yeah.
Hate it. But no, I was saying that this brother named Black Rain.
Yeah.
I think he did Larry D's documentary. I don't remember anybody's shoot name. Sorry, guys. I don't know
Oh
their
yeah,
name.
yeah.
But I remember Black Rain had come to the show with Purple Haze. I might have been at the Richmond Armory, and brother got color. And I mean, dude, he hit a fucking gusher. And I just remember there's just like this, even on the, I've got an old picture, and it's just like this puddle of blood on the concrete floor. And I'm just like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, I'm going to fucking UK, majoring in psychology, and just motherfuckers are bleeding out here, and I'm getting fucking turned inside out every night. I was just like, ugh.
Did you end up with your degree?
Yeah, it turned out great for the wrestling business. I have a bachelor's in psychology.
Okay.
So that works out fantastic dealing with all these fucking weirdos.
Oh shit.
Narcissist.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, look at us.
Yeah, I know, right?
What a fucking
You're probably sitting there analyzing everybody that you're having a match with.
Well, and the thing is, and it's just like, there's certain types of people.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're like, oh, okay. Like, you're one of those guys, or you're this guy, or, and then you can just, but there's just so many characters you meet.
Oh,
especially back then.
Oh, we meet all kinds of crazy character people.
They make the best fucking workers.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know?
Like that man right there on that picture. Zodiac.
Zodi.
Yeah.
Zodi.
Fucking Zodi.
He's great.
Have you guys had him on?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's our champ.
Okay. Did he
has
talk
our
about
belt.
Did he talk about McKinney Gym?
No, I don't think so.
When I met Zodi, it was with Rated X, and we ran this little gym called, it was McKinney.
Yeah.
Like somewhere, like if you go north
What up, Scott Store?
Yeah, if you go north, like on 27 out of Somerset, it's kind of like right in between, Somerset and Lexington, like a Stanford area maybe, but off the beaten path. And it was just this old high school gym. The walls were painted purple, and dude, literally hanging from the rafters.
Anthony Presley, thank you for watching, brother.
Anthony remembers those days.
Yeah,
Yes, he does.
so y'all had McKinney packed.
Oh yeah, 500 people, and brother, I remember Stevie somebody had him in a headlock, and he just reached up and grabbed a handful of hair to pull him into the ropes, and motherfuckers are jumping up, pointing, yelling to the ref, and I was just like, oh my God, like they are not ready for the Heartbreakers in McKinney, Kentucky, whatever year that was. But yeah, Zodi, that's where I met Zodi. God, so many brothers.
Can everybody hear us okay? Ask the audience.
Everybody can hear us good?
Can you hear us good?
Last night we had a little bit of
we had the echo. Well, they updated the computer updates its fucking self.
Kirk
and then,
Patrick said he's worked that gym as well.
Reset all the damn.
So he knows.
Kirk Patrick, he can tell you about some of those Western Kentucky Terry England paydays or lack thereof.
Yeah. He has the best fucking mullet ever, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He's like Ricky Morton.
Yeah.
He never got rid of it.
No, it's great. His is actually better than theirs.
Oh, yeah. Hey, don't tell Ricky I said that. But Kirk Patrick has them all fucking.
Yeah,
okay, Kirk Patrick said, and Scott Storer said they can hear us loud and clear, guys.
Awesome, cool.
We're good. We're all good. Anthony Presley said the man, the myth, the legend, Rod Hicks. 100% muscles.
We're calling him Loverboy tonight.
But you're right.
Loverboy.
The best mullet in the game.
Hands down, Kirk Patrick.
Yeah, Kirk Patrick. Yeah.
Hands down. Executioner used to have a good one.
He did.
Kirk Patrick, I don't know if you guys remember, he wore a mask. But he had the fucking
Terry
mullet
Gordy.
ponytail out of the back. No.
Different execution.
Rated X have one too?
Different.
Rated X may have had one of one too.
Everybody
in the wrestling
Rated X
business.
ain't had no fucking hair in 20 years.
Referee Peyton Bowman's watching too.
Referee Peyton
I love
Bowman.
that kid. That's if you guys need a ref, anybody needs a ref.
Yeah, we had
Peyton Bowman said, Terry England paydays or lack thereof. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a shoot. I don't know if I was fucking we might have been working Terry and somebody, and Terry was the first guy I ever saw stand on the fucking ring apron like while his partner's getting the shit beat out of him, and the motherfucker had a bottle of Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
In the fucking in the corner, and would just reach down and take a fucking and just
during the match.
Yes. And I was like, this is fucking. What the fuck have I gotten into? Hilarious.
He's going to be on the show in spring
2023.
Next year.
Get some good JD Thunder stories.
Yeah.
Or no, get some fucking Doug Vine.
Doug
Vines. That's where I met Doug Vines. He was an old ICW guy.
Junior, what's up, man? Thanks for watching.
But I met him working for Terry, and Doug's he's got like I said, he came up with Pothos.
Yeah.
So he's got some great stories. Hell of a worker. Learned a lot from Doug. Doug was like, I remember me and Stevie. I think we did like the baby. It was like a tournament gimmick or something. We were tag partners.
Yeah.
And we were baby faces, but we did like a babyface match. So we just went out there and did like just I guess like a.
Technical wrestling.
Yeah, I'm not going to say Ring of Honor style, but just like two wrestlers competing.
Wrestling.
But
Exactly.
Andrew Orolagio said, I think one of the most iconic mullets in wrestling would probably be Mike Awesome from ECW, but I'm a 90s guy.
Yeah. I mean, Mike Awesome has a good one, but it's the natural waves and curl of Kirkpatrick.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a toss-up between Kirkpatrick and Billy Ray Cyrus on who they had the best mullet.
But he wasn't in wrestling.
No, yeah.
Who did Billy Ray Cyrus ever beat?
Yeah, no, exactly. Himself. He beat himself off.
That's right.
I mean,
Little
he
Nas
gave
X.
us mildly. So.
He beat off Little Nas X, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, don't hate on Billy Ray.
Oh, no, I love Billy Ray.
That'll just break my heart.
Oh, we love
breaky heart.
We love Billy. Come on the podcast, Billy. We'll have you on.
Please have Molly on.
Oh, yeah.
Please. She can teach us how to twerk.
Never on my feet.
Yeah, right. You can twerk that thing.
Nah. Yeah, it's great. Royal Lex says, hello. Hey, Royal Lex.
Hey, what's up, Royal Lex? This is one of our sponsors.
I'm telling you right now, Kirkpatrick got that best Mullet.
Oh, yeah.
Ray Cyrus wish they had that mullet.
We worked with, or we were working a show for Terry England one time, and there was a Jeff Crow always wrestled for him, and there was a dude named Justin Sane, and a guy named can't remember his name, but I remember he didn't tuck his laces.
He was such a great worker.
When he
can't remember his name.
when he
Hall of Famer for
His
sure.
name was Fuck.
Yeah. But anyway, we were in the back, and he didn't tuck his laces on his boots. We looked at this Justin Sane kid, and I was just like, we're gonna tie his fucking boots together. And he was like, what? And I was like, just fucking listen.
Yeah.
So we get out there, we're doing the tag gimmick. I hit him with a fucking drop toe hold, and I was like, I'm gonna give you the Muda gimmick, So I crisscrossed his feet. When I did, I fucking pulled the fucking loops out of his laces. Fucking boom, 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 tied them together. Fucking, reached back, did the Muda deal, and I said, all right, I'm gonna tag Justin, go tag brother, whatever, kind of like a
hot tag.
Yeah, like a pre-hot, a warm tag,
Yeah,
warm
warm
tag, right? So I pop up and I fucking tag Justin in. When he comes in, brother pops up to run across and just fucking eat shit. Just fucking face first. And I guess because he got shoot fucking hot about
I bet he did.
and I remember he had to actually cut them apart.
You tied him in a knot.
Because I was like, the adrenaline's going and you want to make sure it's tied.
Yeah,
right?
but when he fell too, it tightened him up.
Yeah, brother was fucking hot. And again, and I'm like 20, 21 years old doing this shit.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, he could have, twice as big as me. He probably could just beat the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know.
Greatest weird.
Oh, you got to do it. You got to take opportunity to do that shit whenever you get a chance.
Yeah.
Danny Plowman.
Yeah,
I remember.
Thanks for watching.
Hey, if
Do what
he
you
got
gotta
hit
do.
by that, he would have been hit by Owen Hart.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Ribs were great. I remember Buddy Landell. When I first, I was telling you guys, I broke in.
Rest in peace, Buddy
Yes,
Landell.
great guy. Broke in. I was just refereeing.
Yeah.
And then I remember that night I met Dutch. I bought one of those fucking cheap ass Puerto Rican masks off of him and kept it in my bag. And I remember at Foot Locker we had these patent leather Filas. And I bought, and there was like $30 on my discount. So I bought those.
Yeah.
Threw those in my gear bag. Went to the flea market.
Those sound awesome.
Yeah, oh, dude, they were dope.
You do.
They had, you remember the urban camo that the Dudley boys wore?
Yeah.
Like flea market camo.
Yeah.
So I bought a pair of the black and white and red camo pants and a wife beater and just threw it in my bag just because,
Just had some gear.
It's
Just figured,
because
what the hell?
it's indie
In case
wrestling.
a wrestling match jumps out
It's-
somewhere.
It's indie wrestling. Even at 18, 19 years old, I figured out real quick, these motherfuckers, there's always a no-show.
Yeah.
Someone's
yeah,
always
yeah.
no-show, and there's always a battle royal.
I'm going to have some gear because I'm going to fucking wrestle at some point.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing.
true.
Is we would get to the shows early, and I'd work out with the guys. Or
Yeah.
if any of the vets were there, I'd just shut the fuck up and listen. And I remember, they were like, oh, fucking so and so didn't show. You're gonna wrestle.
Do you think that still happens?
Yeah.
Like
Yes, I
people
think
still
that
can just
If you leave the house,
yeah.
if you have any wants or needs to, and I don't know why guys don't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Before the fucking internet,
Yeah.
these kids are going to just not even believe this. If you knew there was a fucking wrestling show within driving distance,
Yeah.
you either got yourself, another guy, a carload, you drove to the fucking building
Yeah.
at 1 o'clock
Yeah.
and said,
Early. I'm here.
and said, my name is Rod Hicks. I've been wrestling 6 months, 6 years, whatever.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to help tonight?
Yeah.
Any fucking carny promoter is going to say yes.
Yeah. Any of the promoters that we've had on say
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
the
Damn
same.
straight.
Yes. Yeah. You show up, they say, yeah, he'll help pull the ring up, help put out chairs, help do this, help do that.
Yeah.
And, and then lo and behold, someone doesn't show up. Hey, kid, you got your gear?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna wrestle tonight.
Exactly.
Damn straight.
So if you go, and that's why I remember, after I started Collar and Elbow, I went to, was it Fanboy in Knoxville?
Yeah, fan.
And
Boy Expo.
I was gonna go hand out shirts to the boys, and
Yeah.
I go in the fucking locker room, and the Heat Seekers, Siggy and Elliot, they were like, "Have you had those guys on?"
No.
Not yet.
Don't. They fucking suck.
Yeah.
But
we need them on.
Yeah.
We like the sock.
Yeah. Siggy was just like, he's like, oh fuck yeah, let's make it a 6-man. I was like, fuck you. Like I didn't bring my gear. Like fuck,
We'll find you something.
Yeah, dude, no joke.
Yeah.
They start pulling shit out.
Yeah.
Like just like hodgepodge tights and boots. I'm like, no. And Man Scout Manning was gonna Jake Manning. Yeah, he was gonna have
Man
to.
Scout, yeah.
He was like doing a manager stuff, and I was like, no. I was like, let's just do. I was like, I'll just manage you guys. And then I still got talked into taking a fucking bump off Man Scout. But just if you don't want to work, don't take your shit.
You probably don't go to shows anymore.
Exactly, brother.
Exactly.
End up in a match. You're like, fuck, I don't even know.
I've seen way too much terrible wrestling in my life.
Yeah.
I don't go.
Don't go to the wrestling matches. You're going to end up in one.
Oh yeah, you're gonna end up in one. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you take your gear.
I think Johnny's going to end up in a match at some point.
Absolutely.
He takes.
Yes.
We have the thing around here we call the hallway match, and
Yeah.
Johnny gets his ass beat in the hallway by everybody.
Nice.
Hey,
So he's going to end up in a wrestling
They've
meeting.
been cheap shotting.
Yeah.
Oh, so I got my boys.
Back to my buddy Landell story.
Yeah.
It's just, like I said, I was very young, but I've always been just. I mean, I've been an asshole, but at the same time, it's just like
Yeah, we're all assholes.
we're all assholes.
Yeah.
Yep,
And
we
all of
are.
us.
I remember being down at Southern States for Bo, and I had those fucking. Me and Stevie had went to tag team, and he had gear, boots, the whole nine. Well, I had like the fucking Hardy Boys cargo pants and like the tight slinky shirt.
Yeah.
And I had those patent leather Fila's because I was like, I mean, I didn't have gear, but I at least had
I'm
enough.
going to have some comfortable shoes on.
Well, but the patent. I know
You
enough that
look the
wrestling
part.
boots are at least patent leather.
Yeah.
I may not have $300, or I may not have invested in myself because I don't know if I'm going to do this or not because I'm still going to school and everything. But like, I knew enough to be like, well, here's a cheap way that can half-ass look presentable.
Yeah,
with these patent leather high tops.
Like our podcast.
Right? Yeah. You guys have a great setup. But yeah, Buddy, like he brings one of like the Bat Twins or something over, and he like points at my boots, and he goes, if you ever want to see an Ivy League pair of boots, right there they are. And I just looked up, and I was like, oh, Buddy, like I appreciate the wit and sarcasm, but I think you meant to say Bush League.
Bush League.
And it popped and like Buddy got embarrassed because here's this
wow.
fucking 20-year-old kid just popping back off at him. He was like, what the fuck? But then it was just like, once he realized like, oh, this guy's an asshole, like we better be buddies.
Yeah.
So we can fuck with everybody else because this dude's going to fuck with me back.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that's the way most of those guys are. Like if you clap back or show them like, I'm on your level.
Yeah.
I can't outwork or I can't out wrestle Buddy Landell.
Yeah.
But I can fucking talk shit with him.
Yeah, let's talk shit.
Right.
But yeah, Buddy, God, he was a great guy.
Yeah, awesome.
He sounds like a great guy.
Brother, he was one of the best.
Yeah.
Gallows has a great story of him stealing the fucking ticket money. They're in the middle of a show.
Gallows take the money.
No, Buddy did.
No, Buddy took the money.
Yeah, Gallows was in a chin lock in the ring, and some guy goes, he goes, fucking Buddy's leaving with the money box or something, and Gallows goes, I know where that motherfucker's going. And they went down the road because Buddy had been talking about these double cheeseburgers at this fucking place, and so help me God, that's where they fucking found him.
Oh wow!
Right down the road, getting a double cheeseburger.
Yeah, was he right? Did he actually take the money, or was
Yes.
He actually took it.
Yeah. Now, yeah, like Buddy was great, but like Buddy under the
Shady as
influence. Yeah, and everyone knows. I mean, if you know Buddy, like it's just he had his, like he would find religion at times, he would find cocaine at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Buddy had his
We'd find
demons.
them both at the same time. I've heard those stories.
Yeah.
in the church snorting coke?
Yep, it happened.
Oh God!
And he's getting
Almighty.
those double cheeseburgers.
Yeah, I know where that motherfucker's going.
I know where he's going. He's hungry.
But yeah, they don't make guys like that, like Buddy, fucking Tommy Rich, Honky.
I think they make people like that, but you ain't allowed to be like that anymore.
Well, you can't be all the way like that.
Yeah, you can't be like that anymore
got-
because somebody will fucking get you.
You
Yeah.
at least have to be a little carny.
Somebody say
That's
something
true.
about
I
blue
just I hate going to the shows, like some of these Impact shows. We do their merch, and I'll go to these shows, and I'm like, you guys gonna go out and brother or anything? And like 75% of the locker room just goes back to the room and plays video games or goes to bed early, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And what's funny is it's always the ex New York guys that are like, where we going? What are we doing?
They're
Yeah.
overprotected,
Exactly.
over professional.
Oh no, they're over brothering.
Oh.
Exactly.
They're the true, like they're the new carnies.
Yeah.
because they're the ones that have been out on the road because they've
keeping
been out
the
there 5
tradition.
days a week.
Yeah.
and it's just like, man, you're in all these different towns, but it's just like, let's just go to the bar, go to the hotel bar, go outside and smoke, like, whatever. Let's
And it
have
also builds compadre. Right
yeah,
there.
yeah, and it builds that camaraderie, because like that's the other thing, man, is like a show is only as good as its weakest link.
Yeah.
And that's what would kill me about some of these indie shows is like, don't have a fucking cut rate ring announcer, don't have a half-ass referee,
Yeah.
don't have this, and it's just because if you go to a movie, if you're watching Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
and you're bought the fuck in, you're 30 minutes in, and there's a fucking T-Rex getting ready to eat some motherfucker's head, and a boom mic drops into the shot.
Yeah.
You're out of the moment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Movies around.
You know,
It don't matter.
So it's just like, yeah, if you've got a ring announcer, he better be a ring announcer. It doesn't need to be some guy's brother-in-law just because he's a warm body.
Yeah.
Because there's no energy. There's none of that. Same thing with the referee. If he doesn't have his fucking shirt tucked in, or if he doesn't have stripes or the button up,
Look
or the bow
official.
tie, look like a fucking referee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just every part. If you do one thing that is less than, it just destroys everything.
Exactly.
And I would tell wrestlers all the time. They'd be like, watch this, or watch this move, or do this, or do that. And I'm like, you can go out there and fucking kill yourself.
Yeah.
But I said, the moment that you went to stop that guy, it's so fake and phony and see-through. So now all that shit you did, all those risks you took, and all the punishment that your body took, you threw it all away because you threw a half-ass fucking kick or a stomp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a fucking
Exactly.
punch. Or, you know, I mean, it's...
Well, perfect example. A couple of weeks ago, we were watching AEW. It was actually last week, or week before last. Ethan Page is standing on the second rope with facing Bandito. Hits a press slam off the second rope. Like they're both standing on, one standing on the top rope, one standing on the second. Hits a press slam. You think, oh my God, he just killed Bandito. Well, Bandito gets up like he got knocked down with the clothesline, getting ready to take a top rope shoulder tackle.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, what the? That
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
And another
That-
example, last
that
night.
shit on that impressive press slam off the ropes. I'm not talking about the Ric Flair when he goes to
Right,
the top
right.
rope, dude stands on the
Yeah.
mat and does the press slam. No, they're both one standing on the second rope and does it. And I'm like, yeah, you just shit
like
all over
last
that
night
move
when
just to
Brad-
get up to take that flying
Yeah.
shoulder tackle.
Right.
Which the shoulder tackle looked great, but
Yeah.
it to get there, it killed it.
Yeah. I don't know Bandito. I know Ethan Page, and he's a pro. He gets it.
Yes,
He is.
gets
Yeah.
it.
He's
Yes.
cool. We met him at.
He's a great guy.
Figure
And,
Fest,
We
yeah.
met Ethan Page.
Okay. Yeah. He's big with Nathan at Toy Vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We met him
Yeah.
over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a really cool guy.
Ethan, he fucking popped me. I saw him at WrestleCade. Whenever he was with Impact, we'd help him film his vlog or give him shirts all the time and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I heard he did an interview with someone, and he was like, "Yeah, I never wear the same shirt twice on TV." And I was like, that's a great
That's
gimmick.
impressive.
But also, when I saw him at WrestleCade, I was like, "Fuck you, dude! Now I got to give you like 20 shirts."
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
I know you're gonna wear them one time and be done with them.
Give it
you
to
know?
somebody else.
Yeah. But I was like, "Fuck!" Like he gets it though. He is a star.
Yeah, he's
he
a star.
And he presents himself as a star.
Damn
Yeah,
straight
he's a
he does.
star.
Dresses like a
That's
star. Not
similar
like, a bum
like
me right
how
now.
The Rock used to be. He never, when he wore those $5,000
Yeah.
or $500 shirts or
Yeah.
whatever they were,
Yeah. They ain't
he
cheap.
never wore, yeah, they ain't cheap. And he never wore the same one twice when he was wearing them all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mary.
Yeah, it's
Johnny's
like
mom.
it's like when you go out with a girl, and she's like, "Oh, like this is a nice shirt. This guy looks good." And you go out again, and then she's like, "Oh, nice shirt. This guy looks good."
Yeah.
You go out the third time, and then she goes, "Oh, he's wearing the same shirt as the first time. He has two nice shirts."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Yeah.
just like,
Yep.
it just sucks the air out of it. Like, I tell guys all the time, like, dress like a star, act like a star, present yourself like a star. If you're gonna look and act and dress like the people in the crowd, go buy a fucking ticket and sit with them.
Exactly.
Damn straight.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
If
So
they
you
go-
work? Do you work with the AEW?
No, I mean we have several like wrestlers that are signed to AEW we work with. I think AEW, the rumor I heard is either they bought Pro Wrestling Tees or bought into Pro Wrestling Tees.
Oh, okay.
I think they bought into them.
Because I know Pro Wrestling Tees, like that, like they're a mutually exclusive. Like the merch, it all goes through Pro Wrestling Tees.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And like I said, I don't know that business relationship, but yeah, that's Ryan and those guys at Pro Wrestling Tees.
Do you do that like Pro Wrestling Tees does, like with Collar and Elbow? Do they like?
No, we screen print.
Y'all just come up to your own stuff. And,
and like so we'll screen print and sit on inventory.
Yeah.
But now I have a DTG. We can't do print to order or like all that, but. With Pro Wrestling Tees, everything is DTG'd print to order.
Yeah.
They don't print anything till the order comes in.
Yeah,
it
takes a little longer to get their stuff.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure like the new CM Punk shirt or something they know that's gonna have hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
I'm sure they print those in bulk.
So y'all come up with a shirt, y'all design it, come up with a shirt, and then you'll make a bunch of them and sell them.
Yeah.
But you don't have like you say like I can't come to you and say, hey, would you make me some Nice Guy Andy podcast shirts and
Rod Hicks can do that.
Yeah.
Collar and Elbow can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean?
It's like you don't. Collar and Elbow doesn't do that for wrestlers.
No, well, we have like we've done like our signature series stuff. We work with the Good Brothers.
Yeah.
We've done Hurricane Helms. We've done.
But they can't set up a store like Pro Wrestling Tees does.
So here's my thing with Pro Wrestling, and I'm like I said, Ryan's got more money than I'll ever have.
Yeah.
But Pro Wrestling Tees is Walmart.
Yeah.
You go to Walmart to buy this, that, and that.
Yeah.
When you go into the fucking Gucci store, you buy Gucci shit.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Straight.
So like I have Pro Wrestling Tees will give you.
You're a designer. You design.
I know. I'm not saying I'm
a designer sheet.
I'm just
shirts.
saying. I'm just saying. Collar and Elbow is a brand.
You
know, Pro Wrestling Tees is where you go to buy a Nice Guy Andy shirt.
Yeah.
Where you go to buy a CM Punk shirt.
Yeah.
No one's buying Pro Wrestling Tees shirts.
Yeah.
I mean they sell them.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like if you look at the numbers.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a brand. No one wears a shirt that says Walmart unless you fucking work there.
Yeah.
So
they can. I mean, if you, I have a shirt that says Collar and Elbow. That's that's a cool ass shirt.
Right. With Collar and Elbow, like that's what I want it to be. Is like it's a brand, kind of just like how Tap Out.
Yeah.
You could have a Tap Out shirt, and then now Tap Out might do a Chuck Liddell shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tap Out will do a Randy Couture shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we like doing stuff like that, but it's just we're trying to get the brand over.
Yeah.
The Pro Wrestling Tees model, as long as the wrestlers are over, they'll get traffic that way.
Yeah.
So
instead of trying to build a brand.
Right.
Yeah,
but that's the thing, they don't have to. And to be honest, one of the ways that we started Collar and Elbow, Pro Wrestling Tees did start a wrestling brand. It was called Clothesline, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, this is dope ass shit.
Did they not do that anymore?
No. Well, what happened is it died on the vine.
Yeah.
If I am Colt Cabana, and why am I going to wear Clothesline? Why am I going to make a social media post
unless you sponsor me or something?
Because he ain't getting no money.
Yeah.
If I'm all these other wrestlers, and like, so that was
wear my own shit. I'll
right,
wear my own brand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what we talked about is like, hey, we need to get this brand over.
Yeah.
And so like, if you when someone buys your shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees, you make money and Ryan makes money.
Yeah.
Okay. So because of that, like there's a reason that fucking link is right there at the bottom of the TV.
Yeah.
Because you're promoting that, because if someone goes to that URL and buys a shirt, you make money.
Yeah, we're just trying to fucking we're just trying to keep the podcast
make
going.
Money.
Damn
That's what we're all doing.
Yeah, we're trying to keep the podcast going with that.
I'm not. I didn't.
If we had some sponsors.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what they tell you when you get into wrestling.
Yeah.
You can make money or you can make friends.
Yeah.
I got enough fucking friends.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what we're. That's kind of like how we are doing right now. We're in the stage of making friends, and at some point, hopefully, the podcast will make money at some point.
You invest in yourself.
Yeah, we've invested.
Exactly.
I mean, everything here I've paid.
Exactly.
I've paid for
Exactly.
myself. I do make money through Facebook.
Right.
I monetize.
Exactly. You have to.
Yeah, but
But that's what we did with our model.
Yeah.
Is I was like, okay, I can't sell all these different wrestlers T-shirts.
Yeah.
That's too much for me to keep up with.
So
but what I can do is say, hey, we'll give you a code.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah,
again,
like you did us.
right? Yeah, but like, and that's how we got the advertising is you know, there was no incentive for wrestlers to wear the clothesline apparel.
Yeah.
But if I say, hey man, here's a code, here's a free T-shirt, here's business cards, here's your your link, like whatever.
And if you sell 100 shirts, I'm going to give you a little bit of money.
Yeah, you get
Exactly.
you get this percentage of the sales, and
Yeah.
it's the same model as pro wrestling tees. It's like you make a sale, they get money, you get money.
Yeah.
If someone buys a collar and elbow shirt using your code, we get money, you get money.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to give you as much money as pro wrestling tees is because your likeness. I'm not selling your likeness.
Yeah.
I'm selling my brand, but I know that you're the reason that I got this sale. So here's your cut.
So when y'all started this, it was it like you just because you was in the wrestling business, it just got over because you were you were wrestling too.
No, it got over because of Al.
Yeah,
it got over because of Al. The life as a work shirt got over because it's a cool saying.
Yeah,
and it's an
That's
insider
right.
term.
Yeah,
and you know people know what that means.
Y'all got over. Y'all got over with the wrestlers first,
right? Well, and that's why we always donate money to the Cauliflower Alley Club.
Yeah,
that's why when if a wrestler passes away that we have ties to, you know, I would never ever reach out to a family and say, you know, hey, you know, so and so died. Let me do some shirts so you can get some money.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do that.
No.
If someone reaches out to us and says, hey,
yeah,
you know, Chad Gaspard just passed away.
Yeah.
I know that, you know, he has a son that's, you know, however old, and like, you know, we need to.
Was you close to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all were.
Shad was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Al was, I was.
Yeah.
And Mike Bucci was.
Yeah.
And Mike Bucci and MVP and Shelton Benjamin. If it wasn't for those three, like I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
Because again, like when that Shad thing happened, all they wanted to do was do something for their brother.
Yeah.
And I did too.
Yeah.
And Al did too. And so I was like, yeah, let's, you know, and I said, here's the deal, guys. We have to act fast.
Do y'all still have that shirt? Do y'all still make that shirt?
And not right now. No. But that's what had happened is I said, I'll have my people do the design. I'll have it ready. And I said, you know, you guys, whoever wants to reach out to the family, like that's not my space.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
But we have to act quickly. Yeah. Because sadly in the world we live in.
Oh yeah.
On the Twitterverse, whatever. Tonight's news cycle and tomorrow's totally different.
Exactly.
So Shad passed away, or I'm sorry, his body was discovered, I believe. And so, you know, that's TMZ, that's Twitter, that's all that. And, you know, Mike had reached out to me and then put me in contact with MVP. MVP had talked to Shad's sister, to his wife, all that.
Yeah.
They were like, yes, please, whatever. And what happened is this great thing that is the wrestling community.
Yeah.
The bubble is so small. So when all these wrestlers with millions of followers saw like, hey, these people are doing something for Shad, they tweeted it, they retweeted it, they shared it out. And I mean, like I said, I had to quit my real job to print shirts and bag orders because it was just overnight. And then believe it, so like that happened, and I think it was the weekend or whatever. And so when Shad passed away, we did a shirt. 2 days later, the George Floyd murder occurred.
Yep.
Oh wow.
And Shad's story gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we would have waited till Monday to do that, we couldn't have gave Shad's family any money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because because that's no longer a hot topic.
Yeah.
So like
that's sad how that people just get forgotten like that.
Oh yeah. Well, and then so our plan was.
Is that the first time you did something like that?
Yes, that was the first time where I was like, hey, we can use our power for good.
And did y'all help with the funeral and like is that what the shirt was about?
The money went directly
to their family,
to Shad's widow. That was to be put in a trust for his son.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Every
That's
penny.
awesome.
Every
We
penny.
appreciate that.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, and don't get me wrong, like I don't know if you guys have ever sent a PayPal transfer of 6 figures.
Yeah.
But it's a gulp moment where you're like, oh God, like it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know. So, but I was just like, oh my God, like we did something really good.
Yeah.
So we did it for Tracy.
I mean, it worked out for you guys too.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, and like
and it just happened to happen like
Right,
that. But
right.
you didn't You didn't say, "Hey, I'm going to do this so I can get
Right?
big."
Yeah. It just.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. We did
Back to the
get-
Forrest Gump thing.
Yeah. We got a lot of press.
Yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of eyeballs, and we were able. But because of that, now we're able to help more people.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and that's literally the greatest thing
That's
ever.
what it's all about.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. Because
yeah.
I mean, there ain't no 401k or retirement with wrestling.
No.
You know, and you know, you have a small window to make money or make good money, and then hopefully you can monetize it. You know, when your career dwindles down. I mean, Shad was going into movies and acting. I mean, he was in what's the fucking DC, the Suicide Squad?
Yep.
He was in that. He was the character model for God of War.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like,
Kratos.
yeah. Like, he definitely segued into, you know, being able to take what he learned in pro wrestling and use it in the real world.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
He was a great guy too.
Yeah, it was.
And that was a great thing that you guys did, and that we appreciate you doing
Yeah.
that. Because we're big fans of those guys. You know,
Oh,
that
we
guy.
all are. We
Yeah,
all are.
yeah.
We definitely are.
And then,
Especially it seems like wrestlers there for a long time. It was just dropping off left and right everywhere.
yeah, it's usually in threes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as much anymore as it was like back in the 90s.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Just everybody was just falling off all the time. Yeah.
And we lost some of the great ones
Yeah.
too. Like Umaga,
Yeah.
Test.
Yeah. All those dudes.
We said great ones.
So
Don't be
what like
dissing
when you
on Test.
you like, so did you make it? You made it to WWE, right?
No, I had a tryout.
Yeah.
You know, we wrestled like our peak was NWA.
Okay.
Stevie and I were NWA Bluegrass Tag Champs. Funny story, and I bring it up to him every fucking time I see him.
Who was that?
Finn Balor.
Okay.
So we were booked
Prince
on Prince Devitt. We were booked on one of the anniversary shows. So the NWA, they've always had their little, you know, promotions.
Yeah.
But then they always did the
So
annual.
Anthony Presley's New South Wrestling was one of their places.
yeah,
Was
okay.
one of their
NWA New South.
Yeah. So every year they do like a big joint show to where like, you know, like each NWA affiliate sends a guy or a team or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think it was supposed to be in West Virginia or somewhere. And it was going to be, I think it was us, the Midnights, and the Rock and Rolls.
Yeah.
3-way tags.
Oh
It
wow.
was supposed to be West Virginia. Well, it got moved to Texas. And I was like, you know, well, Texas is a longer drive. What's the money like?
Yeah.
Same money. Get fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
can't make it.
And I'm like 25 years old, and no showed the NWA. Might have been like 70 something. I can't remember what it was. You can fucking Google it.
Yeah.
So we no show. So there's two guys standing outside, and it was Prince Devitt and his buddy, I think it was also from Ireland or England or somewhere. And because we no-showed, that was his first big match in America.
Oh wow.
And
nice.
and that's what I tell him every time I see him. I'm like, motherfucker, you owe me. If I wasn't an asshole and no-showed the NWA,
Yeah.
you would have never got your break. But yeah,
Well, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, and
See,
that
there's
was,
the Forrest Gump thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
very
like
sincere person.
the first time I told him that story, I was like, this motherfucker ain't gonna remember this.
Yeah.
And it was at
What is the thing about Kevin Bacon?
the 7 degrees?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Wrestling's the 7 degrees of Ron Hicks.
Oh brother. But yeah, I mean it literally like
Everything's connected to Ron
yeah,
Hicks.
it was at Louder Than Life in Louisville, and I mentioned it to him, and he lit up and popped, and he was like, "Oh my god!" He knew the building.
Yeah.
He remembered his buddy that had the match. He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I was just there," and he goes like, "They just came outside and said they had a guy no show and grabbed us. You know, heck, we got a match." And I was like, "This motherfucker
Hell
remembers."
yeah, very nice.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, weird.
He has you to thank.
Yeah.
Big break.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't sent me any of my finder's fee or any of
No,
my checks.
yeah.
He should definitely fund you some cash because
Yeah, he should.
without you, he wouldn't be inside WWE right now,
Oh,
killing
man.
it.
He's over.
Yeah, he's definitely over now. Like one of the best things that's happened to him lately is that Judgment Day
Great.
show.
Well, it's great. I love it, but I fucking hate it
Yeah.
because as soon as Gallows and them went back, they got paired with them.
Yeah.
And I was like, they've got a hard on for the Judgment Day guys. Like they're gonna go over.
Yeah.
You know. So
That's
hopefully
true.
the Good Brothers and AJ can get some heat back.
That's true.
That's right.
Yeah,
Because
they're
if you think about it, when they first started out, Judgment Day was being treated as a joke.
Yeah.
As soon as Triple H takes over, Judge Day's been on fire.
Yeah, and they're great. Like Dominic's fucking great.
Did you ever meet Vince?
No.
No.
I mean, no. He's
You've met Triple H though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I met Triple H. Vince is just he's all of my Vince stuff that I've heard comes from either Al or Gallows, and I mean, he's a weird dude.
Yeah,
He really is.
He just seems like a weird dude.
Yeah.
Like you just I loved it when he had to leave because like it changed WWE really.
Oh,
At least they don't have
a lot overnight. It changed.
At least they don't have to worry about an old man sitting there while he's eating and they're trying to pitch an idea to him. He just says,
The best thing that's happened to wrestling is lately is him retiring or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's the best case.
I think it was Sean actually said like he had planned on dying at Gorilla, and actually said like if I die, just push me out of the way. The show goes on.
Yeah.
And I believe it.
Oh yeah,
he would have
sure.
never
too.
left.
Yeah,
he would
but
have never left.
the product was so bad.
But
with
it's so
him.
much better because Triple H is inside the business. He knows the business side. He knows the wrestling side. And he's a big fan of wrestling traditional
He's a student of the game, like they say.
He is the game.
And that's what I tell another thing with all these guys. Like, if you go somewhere and they have television, because working in front of a live event crowd or an indie crowd is different than working for television.
Yeah.
And working for tape television is different than working for live television.
Yeah.
But also, if you're at the building and you're not booked or you're whatever, guess what? Someone may hand you a fucking camera. Someone may volunteer for shit. Learn as much as you can.
That's what Jake
Floyd.
Jake Floyd was in here. He's the OVW referee.
Yeah.
He's like, just show up, man. He's like, I've worked the camera, I've done this, and I've done that. He actually had a storyline about one of the wrestlers one of the female wrestlers chokeslammed him. He ended up getting a match.
Yeah.
And it was like
Aaron Grider.
Exactly.
With Aaron Grider. Yeah. So like
just show up and learn as much as you can because
Always take the time to pick brains. Too.
Yeah, because here's the thing, like you can only fucking bump for so long.
yeah.
Damn straight.
You know? Like
that bump card fills up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like why not be able to
be there and learn the business.
Yeah, learn the business side of it, learn the booking side of it,
Yeah.
learn the production side of it. If there's editing, mixing, learn it all.
Yeah.
Because it's all going to serve you in the real world.
That's how I felt about this podcast. And she's like, I wanted to do a podcast. And I didn't know shit about it.
Yeah.
The pandemic hit, and I ordered some podcasting equipment, and look at us now. We're 2 years later. We're fucking. We got Rod Hicks on our fucking show.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's like and I didn't know anything about none of this shit, and I just kind of just like. I need this, I need that, I need this, and then I went and worked with a couple people, and now we're doing it, and I always say some of these younger wrestlers, I was like, come on the show, it's like you get a whole 2 hours to be your character.
It's a free 2-hour commercial for your brand,
exactly,
and it's something that you can promote, or because that's the other thing, like trying to get verified, like get your blue check mark.
Yeah.
If you don't have fucking,
so
actual, like someone has to be able to Google you and see who the fuck you are.
Oh yeah, you can Google us and find us.
Exactly. But like that's the thing, like you need as many podcasts that you can get on. You need as whatever.
Yeah, we're over close to 200 episodes already.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's just like there should be guys lined up.
Yeah.
To come in here and like, hey, here's 2 hours. Get yourself over, kid.
Exactly.
Plug your shit.
Yeah. We may not be huge right now, but you never know.
Also,
doesn't matter.
And it doesn't matter because you can take this 2 hours, and I'm like I say, hey, take it and do whatever you want to.
Because you're just
you can show somebody, hey, this is me on the mic talking.
Well, if let's just say that I'm who'd you guys have last week? Jake Lloyd.
Okay, we had Kirkpatrick on.
Let's say
Marty Clay we had on.
Let's say Jake Lloyd gets signed tomorrow.
Yeah.
And gets fucking skyrocketed, whatever. But he's never done your podcast. He's never done anybody's podcast. He's never done anything.
Yeah.
And they set him down. Or like I said, let's just say you just get shot to the fucking moon, and they say, "Hey, brother, we got you booked on Joe Rogan's podcast tomorrow."
Yeah.
Jake Lloyd's gonna show up and shit the bed.
Yeah.
Because he don't have no reps in.
Exactly.
He's never done it.
Yeah.
So it's like, do any podcast, do any interview, do any promo, do whatever you can do it, because at the worst case scenario, it's reps.
And we're still learning this. That's what we just
and we're
like.
still ad-libbing
I hate to plug Nike, but the whole thing of just do it is just like this is what we do.
Yes.
Is just do this. Like you said, you wanted to fucking be a wrestler, you just went out there and did that shit.
Yeah.
You know, we came in here in the podcast and we just did it. Now we have our own studio.
And think about it like this: you got a camera there, you got microphones. Just do it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. I wish I'd have made up that logo, that slogan. Because like I live by that. I'm just like, fuck, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do a podcast. Let's put these reps in and figure it out. Yeah. Like, and we're still learning every day, every time we do a podcast.
And my advice to all these young cats is to pick the brains of veterans, because that's how you learn.
Yeah, mouth closed, ears open. There's an old adage in amateur wrestling: if brute force doesn't work, apply more brute force.
Yeah. Like,
just keep fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Like, something's going to give eventually.
Eventually, you'll learn how to do that. Yeah. Whatever move you're
smarter
actually.
or easy. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you'll either learn it or fucking learn that it ain't for you.
Yeah, it's like you know, back in the day when like Mike Tyson's Punch Out was out, and I spent the whole summer trying to beat Mike Tyson, and eventually I beat him that one day, and then every day after that I beat him.
Yeah.
Like, but it took me fucking months and months. But every day after that, I could beat. And then by the end of the summer,
you could probably pick it up and beat him right now.
Yeah, I probably could right now. I beat the shit out of him. You know, it's like riding a bicycle. Just get on it.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
And people could learn from that too.
Oh yeah.
Patience and hard work.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like what you did with the shirts. You just fucking started making them and fucking selling them.
I didn't know anything.
Did you ever make shirts before?
No. I mean, like I said, I had merch for wrestling, but like that was the other thing. When I got back into wrestling and social media was around, I was like, this is like shooting fish in a fucking barrel.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like I said, in the 90s, early 2000s, pre-internet, pre-social media, I mean, if you got someone's phone number, if you got their contact, you were like, oh my God, I can't believe I've got Tracy Smothers' fucking phone number.
Yeah.
I can't believe I've got Ricky Morton's phone. And it's just like, so you can reach out to these people or say, you know, hey, I'm looking for some bookings. You know, like, this is my area. Do you know anybody in Ohio?
In all reality, all you need is one good clip. Send to these guys.
Yeah. Well, you know? back then it was a manila envelope. Yeah. With a VHS tape, an 8x10, and maybe a bio. I don't know if there was even a written bio. Yeah. But like that's what you sent out to get booked. Yeah. And like, no disrespect to the guys that do highlight videos and all that. No fucking promoter or booker wants to see a fucking spot fit. They don't want to see it. Yeah. They want to see what are they getting when they book you. Yeah. Send a full match. Yeah. It shows that you can, you know, from entrance to when you leave. Yeah. That's what you send a promoter to get booked. Yeah. Because that way they say, oh, this guy either knows what he's doing. Like
still now you think that's how it is?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are promoters that are, I mean, like I said, we're all marks. Yeah. We're all marks. Yeah. If you're not fucking Brock Lesnar or Bobby Lashley or Kurt Angle, no one's recruiting anybody out of fucking high school to be a pro wrestler. Yeah. Yeah. You get into pro wrestling because you grow up because you love it. Because you love it. Yeah. And that's why we're all here, because we fucking love it. Same thing with Collar and Elbow. People all the time hit me up. Well, are there qualifications to be sponsored or be an affiliate or ambassador? Do you love wrestling? Yeah. Check yes or no. Damn. That's all it takes.
Exactly.
If you say I love it, then fucking go do it, brother. Yeah. You know, I've had guys that have been on television. Yeah. That have made less money than guys that will never sniff a television.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they at least hustle and
they get out there and hustle this shit.
And but I mean that's just, you know, I don't know what the
fuck. There's one guy, Brutal Bob Evans.
Bob Evans.
That son bitch is fucking famous, dude. He's got like
he's got like
15,000 followers, and like
he's about to do like a series.
He's got a little podcast
like
going on.
7 days with
all the Ironman matches. Yeah, he does it every year, and I think donates the money to charity.
Yeah, he's got like 15,000 followers. I want to,
awesome
and like
too.
Brutal Bob Evans.
Yeah,
and he just
great mind, great guy.
Yeah, he, you know, and like he's never been on. I don't think he's been on WWE or anything like that.
He's been developmental. I mean, he's done.
He's been
enhancement matches.
Yeah.
But he was big in the Office in Ring of Honor, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I think he was doing something.
He was the trainer of Mike Bennett.
Mike Bennett, yep.
Yeah, but he's
Up
took up social
cheeseburger.
media and he keeps
Oh,
keeps it going.
He
and
burns Facebook up. He's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
And he
he
keeps
does.
at his craft. He keeps putting in the reps. Keeps
He also
doing
burns
it.
up
Yeah.
his Instagram
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what we tried to. We watch that guy. We watch a few people on there, and we try
Yeah.
we want to be like we watch
See
them
what's
and,
working
and
for
try to
other
learn
people.
from them, guys.
Exactly.
You know?
Like so when Collar and Elbow started, when I got back into wrestling.
Yeah,
Like I said, that first night when I got home, I had high-res video, high-res pictures of myself, all this.
yeah,
And I was like, oh my God, like this is insane.
yeah.
This isn't like it used to be.
And somebody that loved wrestling sent you that.
Right. Yeah. So then I was just like, okay, like I've got all these friends. Like Rod Hicks, has 3,000-4,000 friends.
Yeah,
And most of them I know from wrestling.
yeah,
So if I am, going to promote a match or whatever,
yeah,
then I'm going to go and do a promo, and not just the standard, this Friday night at this town,
Yeah.
with this guy, I'm going to beat you up, blah, blah, blah. Like, I get it. Like yes, there are bullet points you need to hit, and there's a formula you need to follow. But I was like, you've seen my shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to do something different.
Yeah.
I got to do something entertaining because I need people to share it because it's fucking funny.
Yeah,
Or it's
exactly.
outlandish or it's whatever.
Yeah.
And that way, because if I put it out, I've got 4,000 friends that are going to see it.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
it makes
straight.
you pop and you share it and you've got 4,000 friends,
Yeah.
2,000 of those may not be my friends.
That's what we tried to
So
do.
now
We
I've got a
tried to do-
6,000 person.
We tried to do
Yeah.
some crazy
Start
shit,
going viral.
whatever.
But yeah, I got over, like within a year of me coming back to wrestling, and I'm not tooting my own horn here.
Yeah.
But like, I got over it and I was like, what why am I, like, I don't even know I was so, like,
Yeah.
I never.
Because you just did it.
Right. When I got back into wrestling.
You did shit that you thought might
Yeah.
work, and let's try
Yeah.
this. And if it don't work, we'll
Yeah.
try something else.
I never and like I'm probably the worst guy to ask for advice on how to get booked.
Yeah.
'Cause I never sent a message to a promoter asking to be booked.
Yeah.
They always hit me up.
Yeah.
And it was just because in this social media wrestling bubble,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, this guy's a big deal. Well, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I just present myself as a big deal.
Yeah.
And other people didn't do that. And then just all of a sudden, just boom.
Yeah.
Like there was
Damn fact.
there was 3 or 4 months, like every fucking month, a promoter would bring in a name, and then I'd be the guy that he worked.
Yeah.
Only because I looked half-assed like a real athlete.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they knew I was going to promote it, and that it was going to be entertaining.
Yeah.
And that I wouldn't go in there and shit the bed, and make everybody look bad.
Yeah.
But that's all it was.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to just put in the reps and
Just
put,
like
put
Nike.
like
I mean,
like we try to stay on top of our social medias and try to if we have a person on, we try to like post about them. We try to we'll make a thumbnail, we'll make this and that about it.
Yeah, and be again, like I kick myself in the ass every day for not thinking about doing something like Pro Wrestling Tees 10 years ago.
yeah,
Kick my ass every day for not thinking about having a podcast 15 years ago.
yeah,
Kick myself in the ass every day for not thinking about doing a YouTube thing 20 years ago.
yeah, yeah.
So now it's like
me too.
Like always be on the lookout for the next big thing.
that's right.
Whether it's TikTok, whether it's Triller, whether it's Hive, like do your research.
Yeah.
You have a fucking computer in your hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Damn
Google
straight.
hottest new social media apps, best social, like whatever.
Yeah.
Because one of these things is going to stick. And if you can be first,
Yeah.
if you can be the first.
And you never know when shit's gonna come back because I
Hey,
still
MySpace.
post to Tumblr.
Tumblr,
Tumblr. I still
Tumblr,
posted.
yeah.
I still
I
posted
still
there.
post on Tumblr too.
Yeah, like because you never know what's
You
going to
never is going to come back around. Yeah.
But also, like with us, like and you guys, if you have a brand, okay, like if it's Hive, that's the one I saw like a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't know what the fuck it is. Downloaded it and at least registered COLLARxELBOW.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
TikTok. I don't know how to fucking do TikTok.
Yeah.
I've got a guy that knows how to do TikTok, but I knew enough to go and register
That's
COLLARxELBOW.
the one thing that
That's right.
We do have a nice. I don't post to it as much because it's like everything's so much. Like just for like the 2 or 3 of
yeah.
us that
Well,
do it. It's
but
like-
also, but like you can get an app.
yeah.
And schedule post.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
or post in 8 places at one thing.
Yeah. We're still learning this shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It just just do the research, take a little bit of time.
Oh, we study and we do stuff all the time. We're posting like fucking constantly on day to day. We're making
And we're always learning.
we're making fucking little reels and here and there
Yeah.
and just
And videos.
trying to make it bigger, trying to get it bigger.
Yeah, because you never know what's going to take off.
Yeah, you never know.
You just, all you need is that one thing.
Yeah.
You need
That
one
one
clip,
thing.
one viral video. That's all you need is just one to
Exactly
take
what I
off.
told
In
Andy.
the last year, we've got our name out there quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have
We're watched by 1 million people.
Yeah,
yeah, we reached 1 million. We reached 1 million people.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
I wish that turned into money. we got to figure out how to turn that into
exactly,
money somehow.
exactly.
But
Anthony Presley
it'll
said
come.
that's why I'm still in the business after 20 years and 2 titanium hips, because I love the business and want to give back.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's opening this place up here soon.
Yeah.
Up in he's
We're going up this weekend. Help set up the ring.
Was it the
It's
Wildcat? Where you?
Wildcat 100
Lawrenceburg?
Hilltop in
Oh,
Lawrenceburg.
we're going back there.
Championship
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He's
Oh,
opening that
man.
place back up. Not Wildcat. It's going to be New South Wrestling.
Yeah, great
Upstart,
memory.
but-
That's a great spot, great venue.
yeah,
It's perfect.
yeah. You have to come down to one of the
Yeah.
shows. Bring your gear.
Yeah, nope.
Bring your gear. But bring some shirts.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll
Boys
bring
to
merch.
check
Yeah.
out.
I'll bring
Yeah.
merch.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna bring his gear.
No, hell no.
Don't bring your gear, because if you do, you might
Anthony
end up
will put you in
having
the ring.
a PSI match. And the match that you might end up getting would be Kyle Maggot versus you.
Oh god.
So you think you don't think you can still do it?
Why would you piss him?
No. I mean,
You,
I can
you
still,
probably can, but you don't want to.
I can still do it. I don't think I could get up and get out of bed the next morning.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You have your match on Sunday, you'd probably feel somewhat better by the following Thursday.
right before I got
You're
out.
still working out.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like right before I got out of the business, and this was about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember like I was booked Friday, double shot on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And there's a guy from Tennessee named Jeremiah Plunkett, works for the NWA, and he would message me on Mondays and say, "How many bumps did you take?" Or he'd say, "How many bumps did you take this weekend?" I would be
I'm
like,
down to one.
I would say 5.
Yeah.
And he said, what were your bookings? And I was like, Friday, double shot Saturday, Sunday. And he goes, "You fucking were booked 4 times and took 5 fucking bumps total." And I was like, yup.
You know how to do it.
Yeah, because I was just like, what? Like I remember we did a show in Tennessee, and it was supposed to be 2 shows in one day.
Yeah.
Like an afternoon show and an evening show.
Yeah.
And it was I can't remember. My wife was in law school, and me and Stevie, and I told her, I was like, well, if you want to make the town and work the table, like I'll take you out to dinner, like blah blah blah, all this stuff. So we were booked on the evening show. Some people were booked on both shows. Chance Prophet was booked on the first show, but not the second show.
Yeah.
So I told Stevie, I was like, dude, I ain't seen Chance in like 20 years. We're going early. We're going to the first show so we can hang out with Chance.
Yeah.
So we make this town, Tennessee, hang out with Chance, see all this. And what happens is it's one of those things where they've overbooked the show, and the promoter or the booker didn't tell them, like, hey, you got this much time, or, hey, you don't get to cut a promo, or, people just did whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah.
So this first show runs so fucking long, rather than it be like 2 shows with a
Turned out to be one long show.
it turned out to be one long show with a 30-minute intermission.
Oh,
Wow.
my God.
And I remember the main event, it was me and Stevie versus Wolfie D and Johnny Swinger. And Swinger looks at me and he's like, Rod, what the fuck are we going to do? They've seen everything. I mean, like literally it's been 5 to 6 hours of wrestling.
Oh my
And they
God.
had Ring of Honor guys, they had NXT guys,
Oh my
they had fucking legends, they had all that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, Swing Man, they ain't seen everything. And I remember, I was like, we got to get the fuck out of here. So the 2 girls that were on before us was like a local Tennessee girl and Rebel from, I guess she's AEW now.
yeah, AEW.
And I said, hey, who's baby, who's heel? And Rebel was like, I'm a heel. And I was like, well, you're with us. And she's like, what's going on? I was like, this is now a 6-man tag. I was like, I've been here for fucking 8 hours. My fucking wife's going to be hot at me. Like, whatever your all's opener was, that's the opening to the 6-man. Here's the spot that gets us in the ring. That's what we're doing now. And they're like, well, you didn't check with the promoter. I was like, fuck the promoter.
Yeah.
Love you, Jeremy Bragg. And I was like, fuck Jeremy. I ain't sitting through another match.
Yeah.
We're doing this 6-man. And we get out there, and I tell Swinger, I said, Duck, give me an atomic drop. So I'm going to sell to the ropes. I said, brother's going to come in, duck one, give him atomic drop, give him the boots. I Swinger ducks, gives me atomic drop. Ooh, I'm selling, and I fall over the middle rope like a 619.
Yep.
Stevie comes in, throws a big right hand. Swinger ducks, gives him an atomic drop. Stevie sells, and right when he gets to me, he drops down on his knees. And about that time, Swinger is already reared back to start kicking him. And when he kicks him, Stevie sells and thrusts his hips forward.
Oh.
And draped over the ropes on all fours. And when Stevie thrust, I'm selling, and when he hip thrust, when Swinger kicked him, I go, ooh. And about the third kick, Swinger goes, you motherfucker. And fucking Wolfie's just dying on the apron. And then we come back, same thing, and I'm like, I've got him in an arm ringer. And I said, all right, I said Stevie's going to go to the top, give you double axe handle. I said, kick the top rope and nut him. And I said, then give me some turnbuckles. So he hits the rope. Stevie nuts himself, and he goes hit me in the turnbuckle, and that's when he realizes Stevie's nutted on the top rope. And he's like just ramming my face into his crotch. And he goes, you're right, Rod. They ain't seen none of this.
He does see none.
And I mean, it popped Swinger so big because we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I was just, like you said, they'd already seen everything.
Yeah.
Why go out there and kill ourselves?
Yeah.
We can not bump at all and be entertained.
Less is more.
Exactly. Slow down.
And when you think you're going too slow,
slow down
some more.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
That's like my dad. There was an old basketball player named Chris Mullen.
Oh, I know
Warriors.
Chris. Yeah,
and I remember
Warriors,
my dad. Yeah, my dad always said, Chris Mullins is deceptively slow. He's a lot slower than you think he is.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell guys. Like,
slows
slow
down.
Yeah.
Leans back, hits that 3.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah. Chris Mullins he's a legend.
You can learn a lot from that.
I think wasn't he on the
Dream Team?
Dream Team, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
No, yeah.
Nobody knows that, but me and you.
Yeah. Chris, I remember Golden State. It was run TMC. You had Tim Hardaway, Mitch Richmond, and Chris Mullins.
Yeah.
Dude, they were bad. Golden State was bad that year.
AJ Harp says Loverboy is a great dude. Always enjoyed working with him. As always, a blast.
Again, another well-documented fucking liar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peyton Bowman goes, of course, Jeremy Blake booked a 6-hour indie show in Tennessee.
The best part was brother goes to the airport to pick up Sabu and calls back. And he's like, Sabu didn't get off the plane. He said he's stuck in Japan. And I was like, did you give Sabu a retainer? He was like, yeah. I said, Sabu's fucked up in Michigan, man. He ain't coming, brother. He ain't coming to the show tonight, brother.
Yeah, don't give him no money if you want to show up.
No. I remember that's the first time I'd met John Schuyler was on that show, Wrestles for Impact.
Okay.
Again, hell of a fucking worker.
Yes, he is.
And I remember I had I had my Life as a Work shirt and gave him one. He'd been on NXT.
Yeah.
This is a fucking story not a lot of people know. Skyler and this dude named Corey Hollis were doing jobs for NXT. And, they're both, they're 5'7", 5'8", but like stocky dudes.
Yeah.
And I fucking just can work circles around anybody. And probably should have got signed by NXT. But they were doing these tag jobs, and they were on all the loops. But they weren't, signed. They were just, spot guys. And they were calling themselves the Bruiserweights.
The Bruiserweights.
Because they were like stocky, hard-hitting cruiserweights.
Yeah.
Right.
And so when Pete Dunne gets signed, like he had done some stuff overseas with Skyler. And so when he got signed to NXT or whatever, he was wanting to call him like the Bruiserweight.
Yeah.
And I think it was Carano or one of the WWE guys like called Skyler and they're like, hey man, like, is this yours? And he was like, well, yeah, but like I don't have it trademarked and like, if he can make money with it, go for it.
Yeah.
And just gave it to him.
Nice.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But like this John Schuyler guy, he was the guy that came up with Bruiserweights, and I remember like I gave him my Life as a Work shirt, and I was telling him my idea about collar and elbow, and he was like, I remember at the time he was like, oh yeah, like,
don't tell nobody that.
Well, no, he put it over to me, and then I remember we were on an Impact loop like last year or something, just brothering, and he goes, we're talking about that show.
Yeah.
He goes, oh yeah, that's when we first met. He goes, dude, he goes, I'm not gonna lie, you told me that I did. He goes, I thought you were a stupid fucking mark. and I said,
oh my god.
And I just remember looking at
You're
it.
not wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah. First of all, you are correct.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's funny because you're the guy going out there and getting the shit beat out of him tonight, and I'm making T-shirts and I'm making more money than you tonight.
Yeah.
So who's the fucking mark now? John
You're
Skyler.
damn straight, John
and
Skyler.
gave away his thing, his
Yeah.
bruiserweight thing.
I mean, I'm still a mark, John Skyler. But
Yeah.
We all are marks.
We're all marks.
I'm tired of that term mark being used as a derogatory
It's
term.
not.
Oh,
And
It's not.
and it's-
Yeah.
because everybody's a mark. Those that are Star Trek fans, Trekkies,
You're a mark
they're
for Star
marks.
Trek.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also,
Star
like-
Wars fans,
Yeah.
marks.
Here's the thing. Like, here's the greatest. And you see it all the time. The wrestlers are marks for football players, for UFC fighters, whatever.
Yes.
Guess what?
They're marks for
The
wrestlers.
pro
Yes.
athletes are marks for the fucking We're
Oh,
all
yeah.
marks for something.
Yeah, when they win
Goddamn right.
when they win the Super Bowl, they have a they bring out
The
a
championship belt.
Yeah.
Like there was something the other day, like fucking one of the masked dudes from AEW, Pentagon or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Him and like some 49ers guy or some
Yeah.
big soccer player.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn
Like
straight.
exchanging jerseys
Yep.
and masks.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, dude, like everyone's a mark for something.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
wants to be something that they're not or can't
Exactly.
be.
And
They,
it's trash
they
to
always
think
say
that
that
you-
singers want to be comedians and comedians want to be singers.
Exactly, yeah. and it's the
Football
truth.
players want to be wrestlers. Wrestlers want to be football players.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're all a mark. You guys know where the term mark came from, right?
No, I
Okay.
don't.
So
Al's told the story.
Many
I've seen him
times.
tell the story.
Yeah. But it's an old carnival because wrestling ties back to the carnival days.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the
It
work
started in
and all
carnivals,
that.
right?
So yeah. So you guys have seen like the old movies and stuff,
Yes.
like the ticket taker. Like when the people are going into the carnival, the ticket taker's on like that little box, that pedestal, right? He's elevated. He's a carnival marker.
Yeah.
Come on, blah 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 blah. Right. So when they go to buy their ticket, thank God I left my wallet in the car. They pull their wallet out. So you got the dad, wife, 3 kids, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say in those days, $5 to get into the carnival, whatever.
Yeah.
When he goes into his wallet to pay, I'm on a pedestal. I can see how much money he's got in his wallet.
Yeah.
So if you've got a lot of money, when you walk by,
Charge you more.
No.
No.
When you walk by, I've got chalk or dust on my finger. When you walk by, I mark you
Exactly.
with the dust.
Oh, okay.
So now all the carnival workers, when they see you walk by with that stripe on your shoulder, hey sir, do you want to win? You want to win the pretty lady a prize?
they know you got money.
You want to let the kids have a go, and that now you're their mark.
the mark.
They are starting to work you because they know that you have money, and that these games are rigged, and it's
Yeah.
all a work, and they're going to get as much money from you as possible.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's where the actual term mark comes from.
Okay.
Is
That's
that
right.
you marked someone?
You got marked.
So the rest of the people in the
I read
carnival
about it.
knew, like, that
Yeah.
guy's got money. If we
Yeah.
work him, we all eat tonight.
I always thought it was there was some famous wrestling fan named Mark that was just a
No.
horrible fucking piece of shit. Yeah, that's a Mark. That
Well,
guy.
it's just
not where that line comes from.
like the term maroon.
Yeah.
Like, remember the cartoons, like, what a maroon?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was actually a man's name.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back in the
Or
day,
Arcade
and it
Maroon.
became like
Yeah.
what a maroon.
Yeah.
It was like a put down. Like
Yeah.
so many dudes named maroons were pricks or assholes or idiots.
Yeah.
What a maroon.
It's like I learned the other day the name Mesmerize.
Yeah.
There was a guy. There was a magician back in the 30s. His name was Mesmer.
Oh, really?
Mesmer.
And that's
yeah.
where that- wow,
Mesmerized.
you
Yeah.
mesmerized,
Yeah, he was a magician. He was
Yeah.
Mesra, I think is what his name
Huh.
was. Yeah. So you're mesmerized.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have read about that. I always do my research in the wrestling.
Yep.
That the same story that you just told about the Mark with Dust, I've read about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never heard that before.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
the
I just thought there was some asshole named Mark somewhere. that
Oh,
was-
there's plenty of assholes named Mark out there.
Oh, trust me. And one of them is not my favorite wrestler, Mark Calloway.
Oh wow.
That ain't what your mama said.
Back to the shotgun.
That's my voice
Chuck
clip
Theo
they
Von.
use.
Dynamite drop in.
Everybody tells Sean he sounds like Theo Vaughn. You know Theo
Oh
Vaughn?
yeah. Kind of.
I've Never heard of the guy till I started coming to the podcast.
I
I gotta look him
Yeah,
up.
he sounds just like him, but he's a great comedian. He is. I actually
hilarious.
seen him at Comedy on Broadway. He's a great comedian.
Yes, he really is.
Yeah, he's funny as hell.
God, I haven't been to comedy off Broadway maybe since the pandemic.
Yeah. I went. I've seen. Last time I went, I seen Bert Kreischer there. Like he just came through town, like and stopped there. And
I saw Joey Diaz there.
Joey Diaz is
So
my
funny.
son loves him. He's like he loves
Last time
him.
I went
Like
there,
that's
I've seen
his
Henry
favorite.
Cho.
Yeah, he's
I
love him.
Yeah,
He's old school.
I've seen
He's very clean too,
Yeah.
which is
Eddie Murphy's brother there.
I saw him there.
Charlie Murphy?
I saw Charlie there.
Yep, Charlie Murphy.
Saw Tom Green there. I
Yeah.
saw Dolph Ziggler there.
Yeah.
The funniest comedian.
Apparently Steve-O was in town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He
was at
one of the local wrestlers, Littlefoot.
Yeah.
Alexis
Littlefoot.
Yep,
Yeah,
Alexis
she
Littlefoot.
just posted something.
Yeah.
Like the Opera House or something.
He was at the
Yeah.
Opera House.
Yeah, she did something
I seen
with
his
it.
tour
She
bus the
works
other night.
there.
Yeah, dude, she's over like Grover with me.
Oh,
brother.
she is. She's been on the podcast.
Yeah, she's
She's
great.
awesome.
When I seen her, I was like, man, you got to come on the podcast.
She like this is.
'Cause I know she's going to be something at some
that's
point.
another true story. When I started Collar and Elbow, and I was like, I need girls that are into wrestling and fashion. A buddy of mine sent me a tweet,
Yeah.
and I guess it was her, and she had done some shirts. Kanye's album Life of Pablo had come out,
Yeah.
and he was making those shirts that said I feel like Pablo,
Yeah.
and then had something on the back. She had done a shirt, and it just said I feel like Taker. And it was a black shirt.
Oh, wow.
With orange print, but it looked just like the Kanye shirt.
Yeah.
I was like, this is cool as shit. And then I clicked on her and I'm like, holy shit. Like,
Yeah.
here's a young, attractive female.
She's beautiful. She's awesome,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
She is.
Drop dead gorgeous.
Great. Like she first time I saw her, she reminded me of Sasha Banks, just like all automatically.
Yeah.
Like I told her, I was like, you
She
remind me of
has the
Sasha
gift
Banks.
of the gab.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But like, she was literally the first person I hit up. And
Yeah.
just, like, hey, you don't know me from Adam.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing. All I want to do is send you a bunch of free shirts.
Yeah.
And you do whatever you want to with it. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then, we'll repost you. Al will repost you. Hopefully you make money. We make money. But she was literally the first person that I contacted because I was like, fucking just
Oh, yeah,
serendipitous.
she's
perfect.
awesome,
She's money. She's going to be money.
Yeah, she's
Referee
gonna definitely
Peyton
be
Bowman
money.
asked, did you get any heat from any of the old school guys for putting the word work on a shirt?
I don't think so. I don't think maybe because here's the thing: nothing happens without Al's approval.
Yeah.
Right.
So Al's old school enough to where, I'm not the first person to put work on a shirt. I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
People have been putting kayfabe or mark or stuff. I remember when we went. It was funny. Juice and I got to go to the Performance Center when they were filming.
Swerved.
Yeah, Punk Swerve. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the actor they had wasn't smart to the business, so they needed two workers to go in and kind of heel and buffer for him. And so they gave us tickets to the Royal Rumble, the NXT show, and I had a fat head of myself, and on the back I had Life as a Work.
Yeah.
And we were hard cam side, and they fucking came out and took it. The WWE production crew took it because it said Life is a Work, and Vince and all of them were like, that can't be on our show.
Yeah.
This is a bitch.
Wow.
Yeah, and I remember I remember when they came to take it from me, I said, "Am I going to get this back? This cost me $25 fucking dollars," and they were like, "Yeah." And I had to hang around over an hour after the show, because I was like, "Somebody's giving me that fucking sign back." It wasn't a regular sign. It was
another one of those Forrest Gump moments.
Yeah.
It was bullshit what this man
And then
did.
what's funny, and this is how I met the guys from Pro Wrestling Tees. They always do the Colt Cabana head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there by the ramp, and they are the entranceway, and their seats weren't on the rail, ours was, and they were like, "Bro, do you care to hold this up?" When they show the people entering the Rumble. So I'm on there holding this Colt Cabana head during the Rumble that year, and then I'll swap out and I'll do my head, or I'll flip it over and do Life as a Work. But it's all over the Rumble that year. It's when AJ came back.
Yeah.
Whatever year that was.
2016.
If you go back and watch that Rumble, you're gonna see
I'll
Colt
have to go back
Cabana's
and check
head,
that out.
my head, and Life as a Work.
I saw
And
the
also
Life
the
as a
rep-
Work. I couldn't tell who either head was. I was
Yeah.
just like it. Then a
I
bunch
got-
of us, I had a whole family I had a whole bunch of people at the house. Just we kind of did like a little get together during the thing, and I swear, just about everybody in the house was like acting like a 12-year-old girl at a Justin Bieber concert when AJ came back.
But they fucking missed you up on TV.
Yeah. Did you know that AJ's song was originally supposed to be for the Briscoe brothers?
Yep, I remember that.
Whenever they
I thought it was supposed to go to James Storm when he was doing his other thing.
No, because they were he never had Briscoe's didn't have a contract either, but he did have the one or two.
He had a couple
NXT
one-offs in NXT.
Yeah, but I think
2016.
He's smart. He did that to renegotiate with Impact. But yeah, the Briscoes, they were going to go to WWE, and that We Don't Want None and whatever, that was going to be their music.
Yeah.
I could see
But they didn't get signed because they weren't cosmetically pleasing.
It skips from 17 to 18 to 15. It does have 16 up there.
That's because they know I'm on there. They don't want me to get over.
16's on there.
They don't want me to get over.
And
Oh, yeah, Triple H won that year.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was when the Royal Rumble, when the title was on the line in the Rumble.
So you're there the whole the whole thing.
Oh yeah. Anytime somebody
Bobby Green, what's up, man?
Anytime
Thanks for watching.
So anytime somebody comes out, you're standing right there.
Yeah. When someone
Pretty
comes
much.
out to get in the Rumble, when they show them, you're going to see Cabana's head, my head,
There.
Life is a Work.
There's AJ
That's
with
right.
his mom
Yeah,
haircut.
his
Soccer mom.
he had a stepmom haircut. He probably drove in a Subaru.
And now it's a soccer mom haircut.
Where you at there?
Oh, we're seeing.
I'll be on the left side. There I'm holding it there. There's
Yep.
Cole
There
Cabana's
he
head.
There it is. Guys, we're watching the Royal Rumble 16th. Ron Hicks is holding up
The
signs.
same Royal Rumble where they fucked up AJ Styles on TV.
And I've got the independent talent gimmick.
Yes.
Lemon Juice is trying to get that on TV. I
Yeah.
love it.
And it's right there on the
And there was,
Royal Rumble.
There's Brock Lesnar guy in the crowd. There's the green T-shirt guy.
Yes.
And then now we've got Kerry, collar and elbow guy. I'm surprised he's not front row dead center there. But he's like a blonde-headed guy, and he goes to all the major. There he is right there.
Oh, yeah?
See him.
He's next to the kid in the red shirt.
And also
Yeah.
the guy with the red hat's always there too.
Yeah.
Red hat guy.
Yeah, and he usually has signs.
And they've tried to buy him tickets. He's like, nah, I'll pay for it
Yeah.
myself.
Oh, Kerry buys all of his own tickets.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kerry, he has a shirt on. It looks like the Chicago flag, and it says Squared Circle. So I thought it was his podcast or something.
Yeah.
So when we started Collar and Elbow, I reached out to him, and I was like, hey, man, what's up with that shirt you wear? He's like, oh, it's a restaurant in Chicago. It was Victoria's.
Oh, okay.
And he said that they're out of business now. And I was like, so, like, do they pay you? Like, why do you wear it? And he's just like, well, I'm always on TV. Like, there he is on the far right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I want to be on TV, and I'm the Squared Circle guy.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
He always wears the same shirt.
right. So I was like, what if I make you the exact same shirt, in the exact same color, the exact same font, and it just says Collar and Elbow?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And I'm thinking, like, I'm waiting for him to tell me how much money it's going to cost me or whatever. And he's like, I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like,
I got a free
okay.
shirt? Wow.
Yeah. So we just send him free shirts, and like I said, like he's always at the Big Four, he's always at the NXT, he's at the pay-per-views, at the Raw after, and he's front row dead center hard cam now, and it's just like, you know how much money that product placement would cost me
Oh, I'm sure.
if I went through WWE or something, but yeah,
Fortune.
you
I
know,
understand that.
yeah. We got a big gimmick we're going to try to pull for Mania this year.
Oh, really?
Oh hell yeah.
Involving him.
You need some other guys involved like us?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's in LA.
We're-
So, like, this will be the first year since we've had Collar and Elbow that we haven't been at WrestleCon.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm just, like, financially feasible. I'm like, how do I get all that merch to California?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't drive the Prius. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
God, there's Heath. God, what a brother.
He's
Heath
And there's Bo
Slater.
Dallas.
But, yeah, Heath Slater is probably one of the most, like, my favorite person I've ever met in wrestling.
Oh, really?
The first time I met Heath, it was fucking COVID, and Gallows was filming that Talking Shop-a-mania.
yeah.
And me and this dude
I
go,
saw
He's
you there.
He's an announcer now,
I
right?
bought that.
Heath Slater,
Yeah,
an announcer now?
no, he's still in him and Rhino are the tag champs in
Oh,
Impact.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, it's we go down there, and I'm telling the guy I'm with, I'm like, hey man, like, it's COVID, all this shit's going on. Like, we can't be dumb. We can't be like, drinking after people, or if anyone has anything that you put to your lip and inhale, we can't do that because it's COVID.
Yeah.
And Heath had just been on Raw that night. They brought he had already been released, but they brought him back to do that deal with Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had a match or something.
They had a one-time match.
And he's standing on Gallows' like front porch or whatever. And dude, that motherfucker's huge. He's like
deceptively huge.
He's like he's like 6'4", 6'5", played college basketball, and I mean he is thick. And he just had like his little nicotine vape pen or whatever, and just, hey baby, and just hands it to me, and I just went. And I'm just like, fucking Heath Slater. Of course I'm gonna fucking hit his pen or whatever. But it,
right.
like he got the impact. Like I was there when he got hurt in that, and he was supposed to win that battle royal to get a job. And he went to do this kick and got hurt. There's that cabana head.
Yeah.
And I remember I made sure like we got him onto the stretcher and all that. Like he like sought me out, thanked me the next day, and like just one of the nicest guys ever. Oh baby,
Chris Jericho.
who'd he ever beat?
I know, right?
Well, he did beat The Rock and Steve Austin in the same
know,
night.
this guy-
night.
This guy
Because-
thinks that he invented that. Who did he ever beat? Saying.
I didn't invent it, but I use it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
who have
It
you
became
met?
calling
Like
card.
most famous person you've met that you were just like blown away by?
Like you mean like starstruck or mark out moment?
Yeah,
or-
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The most starstruck and marked out I've ever been was for the actor that played Booger in Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
And I can't explain.
I love
it.
that
I
guy,
can't
too.
explain it. It was that.
I love that guy, too.
It was at LexCon, and he was like just walking to go to the. We were like going to the green room or the bathroom, and I was just like, "It's fucking Booger."
It don't matter. No matter what role he's in, he'll always be Booger.
Yeah,
That's true.
But
He
yeah.
did Moonlighting with Bruce Willis and
Yep.
Sybil Shepherd.
He
but
did,
he'll always be
Supernatural.
Booger.
What's the one he did with John Cusack? The one about the
Better Off Dead.
Better Off
Fuck,
Dead,
what
yep.
a great movie
Yeah.
that is.
But he's always Booger
He's
though.
always Booger. But
No
man,
matter
I-
what, he'll be Booger. Even
yeah,
when he's
but
making
I just marked out. But yeah, like, as
Did you
far
get your
as-
picture with him and everything?
Oh hell yeah,
Hell yeah.
I thought, and like man, I'll tell you what, that movie does not age well.
We want that picture.
You cannot watch Revenge of the Nerds. It does
No,
not,
you
It does
can't.
not age well.
No.
That's right.
But yeah,
They need to make a new one.
it wouldn't be the same.
No, it
the
wouldn't.
same.
Like just
can't.
like the first
with
Police
cancel
Academy
culture.
movie.
Yeah.
That was good too.
Yeah.
But then like they have 9 of them now. I think
Yeah,
or something
They
like
had
that.
7.
Yeah, I think
Seven.
it gets gross at some point.
I didn't know them had 7. I just knew the City Under Siege. That was the last one I seen. Then I found out there was one in Russia.
Oh wow.
I'm like, what the hell?
But yeah,
It had Jones, Tackleberry.
yeah. It's getting to the point now to where it's like I don't. There's no one left for me to. I guess Vince
Yeah.
would be the guy that I would just be
Yeah.
like, holy shit, it's Vince McMahon.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I
That's
mean,
true.
like, especially with Al, it's like if I go somewhere with Al, it's like I'm a made man.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's been doing it for 40 years. He's trained half the current roster. Or,
Yeah.
You know what I
I'd
mean?
love to have him on the show.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, he would love to do it. Yeah, he
I'd
would
love to
do
have
it.
him on the show.
Yeah.
We love OVW up there. Those guys
Brother,
are cool.
they have turned it around.
yeah.
Like I remember, like, and I can't, and I think Danny was living in Florida, and kind of letting the inmates run the asylum because, like when I came up, OVW was the shit.
Yeah.
And then, oh man, my kid's FaceTiming me. Can I take
Go
this
ahead,
real
take
quick?
it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take it.
Buddy, what's up? Hey, I'm doing a podcast about wrestling, and now you're on it.
Oh wow.
Because
He goes, "Why?"
the camera's rolling and we're
Yeah,
live
that's
on
right.
the air. It's called the NiceGuyAndy podcast.
Oh,
Hey, have you got 2 words for Nice Guy Andy?
suck it.
I love this kid.
Oh wow,
What are
great.
you- what are
That's
you doing,
awesome. How old is he?
Hey, Prince, how old are you? How old are you, brother? Prince.
Well, we
Suck
lost.
it, Dad.
Oh,
Hey, Andy, that was Kirk Patrick I called.
how old are you, brother? How old are you, Prince?
5.
He's 5.
5. Okay. Yeah.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
Yeah, wow.
Who's your most favorite wrestler you've met?
Luke Gallows.
Luke Gallows.
Luke
I
Gallows.
like Gallows.
What are you doing, buddy?
Nothing. I'm getting ready to go to bed.
All right. Well, I love you. You sleep good, okay? Thanks for being on the podcast.
Good night,
Thanks,
Prince.
buddy. Thanks, Prince.
Good night.
Good night.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That was awesome, man.
Patrick's gonna talk
Fucking Mark. Oh, sorry.
We're not going to be on here very much. Probably got
Oh, I
about
know.
10, 15 more minutes. Awesome, man.
Yeah, I can't remember what we're talking about. Sorry.
What was we talking about?
We're just having such a good time.
Yeah,
that-
Exactly.
Shoot.
Oh, we talking
We're
about
about an
we was
hour,
talking about
50
Booger there
minutes
for a
in.
Oh,
minute.
It
oh
doesn't
yeah,
even
just
feel
yeah, like guys to meet and Al and just
Yeah.
He's trained so many. I mean, like him and Kane, Smoky Mountain Tag Champs.
Yep. You
Kurt Patrick's trying to call us.
Yep.
Let's hear what he
Talk
has
to Kurt
say.
for a minute.
Why?
I know, right? What's up, Kurt? Oh, hey, what's up, Kurt?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
We can hear you.
I forget to produce the show sometimes. I'm just so I gotta push buttons and do stuff, turn stuff up. What's up, Kurt? You want to say hi to Rod?
Yeah, what's up, Rod?
What's up, Kirk? How you doing, baby?
Doing good, you?
Well, I'm not JD Thunder, so
We had a whole segment. We had a whole segment about you earlier in your mullet.
I put you over.
Yeah, I've been watching it. I saw y'all putting me over.
The greatest
Probably the only
man
reason
in the
y'all
world.
put me over is because I was watching. If I wasn't watching it, y'all have been talking different about it.
Yeah, we're
Nah,
gonna
we
talk.
be
Don't
talking about
hate.
your mullet being
We're gonna talk
cool.
bad about
We
you when
love your
when
mullet,
we go
Kurt.
off. We're gonna talk bad about you.
We love your mullet.
No doubt.
Nobody's talking bad about Kirkpatrick in front of me. I'll tell you that much.
That's right.
No,
He'll
sir.
beat your ass, Sean.
Hey, don't
Yeah.
leave Sean out of it. I don't talk trash about Kirkpatrick.
You said,
Hey,
baby,
Rod,
I'm
I was
sorry,
at a
said
show
baby
this
mullet.
past weekend,
Yeah.
Vic's retirement show,
Oh,
and
Vic the
it was
Bruiser.
just like everybody there. It was just almost like a reunion, and I was just sitting there thinking, God, I wish Rod and Stevie was here.
Dude, I saw a pic, and it was John Noble, Rated X, Vic. It might have been Terry. I can't remember. There was 5 or 6 brothers from, that late 90s era, and I was just like, oh, my God. If I'd have known about it, if I'd have known all those guys would have been there, I would have showed up because I had no idea.
Vic's gonna be on the show when
It's going to be January 18th.
January
Hey,
18th. Vic's gonna be on
Vic's
the show.
another one. 18, 19 years old, scared to death.
Yeah,
43 years old, still scared to death.
yeah.
Yep.
Fucking Vic the Bruiser will make you believe. If you don't think wrestling's real, Vic the fucking Bruiser's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys
Well,
started right.
You
Hopefully,
know.
we'll find out when we get.
Me
when
and
he gets
Johnny
here.
were at a show with him last year, and some dude said something about
About his mama.
his
Wrong.
mama.
Wrong.
Yeah, exactly. He grabbed the security chain,
And he came out.
threw it up like you would a towel or something. And his dude ran. I swear, it's like one of those
I
cartoon
ain't never
things.
seen a guy
I thought for
dressed
sure
up
I'd
like
see
that.
smoke coming off the dude's feet. He was talking trash about,
Oh, there's your sign
And
again.
Vic told him, say something else about my goddamn mama.
Oh, yeah.
Will ya?
Don't mess with
And
Vic.
then he walked
and
away.
he said, "There's
and
nothing here
and
but
then-
air and
then
opportunity."
some other idiot was
Then
talking about his
some,
mama.
and this dude just would not shut up. Vic was like, "Shut up." Everybody's like, well, one thing, it's, bad mouth to heel. That's how it goes in the business. But this dude just took it too far, and we're all like, "Dude, shut up." To the fan,
Exactly. I mean,
not to.
there is a limit to cross, and I mean, I don't blame Vic one bit. I
Oh.
Exactly.
lost my mother years ago, and if somebody said anything to me, I'd be just like it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's right.
I mean, there was Corey, Hot Chocolate Corey Williams. He
Yep.
was there. Randy Royal was there.
Randy Royal.
Yep.
Did you know Randy Royal turned down a developmental deal?
Oh,
Really?
Because he had a job. He still has that job at UPS.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
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 I've been
Yeah,
at
he
UPS
said
20
3
years
more
myself.
Years, he's going to be done.
Yeah. Oh wow. See, that's how long ago it's been.
Yeah.
Motherfucker about to retire from UPS. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I got 5 more years there, so myself.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll be doing this full time by then.
Yeah, I think him and Randy Orton were roommates at OVW.
oh,
Really?
Randy
Wow.
Royal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell of a fucking worker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Is he
worked
still
him
wrestling?
before. Yeah.
He is still
Yeah,
wrestling.
he
He
quit for a while.
had some health
He's come
problems.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Randy's always in shape.
Try and get Rod back in the
Yeah,
ring.
he is.
No.
No, he
It
said
ain't
no.
happening.
Well, let me tell you a story on Rod. Here a while back,
Let's hear it.
we was down at
Kirkpatrick versus
Flair.
Rod Hicks. There we go.
Ric Flair's last match, and
Yep.
I happened to see him over in the corner on his hands and knees begging David Crockett to work that night.
Yep.
I'm ribbing him. I'm ribbing.
Dude, you're not going to I didn't recognize David Crockett. We were leaving the hotel, and he was out there with a backpack. And I remember I said something the guy was with, and I was like,
Hey,
what?
Maddie.
And I was like, who the fuck's this guy with his backpack or whatever, you know? And we went to the venue. Oh, no, this was the NWA show. This wasn't Flair's deal.
Yeah.
It was the NWA show down in Nashville. And get to the fucking building, and then there's this fucking old man with that backpack. And I was like, God damn it, like that, he's a wrestling fan. I should have said something to him or something. But then I'm like, man, he ain't no fan. He's back here with all the guys and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there talking to Billy Corgan and fucking unzips that backpack, and it's the original NWA Tag Team Champion.
Oh, wow.
hell
It was the night they were doing the fucking Crockett Cup.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I did not recognize him. He had put on some weight, and his beard's like white now.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, what a fucking asshole. Like, I could have gave David Crockett a ride to the fucking building.
Yeah.
And didn't speak because I didn't recognize him. But I somewhere there's a professional photo. The fucking, I think it was Dead Lumens, whatever the photographer is for the NWA. I was like, hey, brother, will you take a picture of me and Dave Crockett in the fucking belts?
Yeah.
Because I was like, when am I ever going to be able to touch the actual tag belt?
Exactly.
Yeah. Fuck, if I'd have had my gear, me and Kirkpatrick may be the goddamn Crockett Cup champion.
That would be awesome.
There you go.
That would have been great.
You
Yeah.
know?
Uh,
I have a special bond with Kirkpatrick because I remember, like, I was afraid that I was going to be, because I have the broken heart on the crotch and all that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I was a big Sean man. And I remember when I met Kirkpatrick, I was like, oh, fuck, we're both Sean guys. Like, we need to be a tag team, man. We got matching tights and didn't even mean to.
That would have been great.
I tell you what, R-Truth,
Underrated as hell.
underrated.
Yes.
oh, yeah. Very
Actually,
underrated.
NWA
And
World's
funny.
Champion.
First
Ron
ever
Killings.
black
Yes.
NWA
Yeah,
champion.
Ron Killings.
And
Yeah.
also was Vince
Oh.
McMahon's best friend.
He thought it was the. He thought,
Yeah.
Thought it was money in the bank.
he thought it was the money in the bank.
Entertaining as fuck, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love when
And
he
just
says,
think about it. He's
He's like
was able to
50-something
prolong
years
his.
old, ain't he?
He's 50 something up there. Just recently tore his quad.
he did a skateboard act with that kendo stick.
Well, unintentionally.
Hey. It
He's
still
going to
makes
throw
you
it
good
on top
TV.
of him. Oh, I thought he was going to throw it on top of him.
Kirkpatrick, Terry England, have you ever had him to pay you after a show?
If that's what you want to call it.
Did he even give you a handshake and a hot dog?
No, heck no, you didn't get free food with
No,
him.
you paid. You
Oh,
paid. Boys did not get.
Because let me tell you, back years ago, Rock can tell you this: when they run concessions, his mama run concessions,
Yep.
right?
Uh-huh.
So I aggravated Terry one night because of course, yes, I did pay for the food, and he seen me with a hamburger or a hot dog something one night walking through where he said, "Did you pay for that?" I said, "No." I said, "Your mama gave it to me for free." Well, she's going to the nursing home now.
I heard that story.
Didn't Anthony tell us a story
Yeah, he
like
told
that?
us about
Yeah.
that same.
About a coffee.
They charged Jerry Lawler for coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Jerry Lawler couldn't get a cup of coffee for free.
One of the biggest names in Memphis, Tennessee.
That's hilarious.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And I'll bring up one more Terry England story.
Yes.
And see how many, if Rod was there for these. There's been plenty of nights I've sat there and watched them play Terry England's entrance music halfway through, and he's still up lacing boots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still
Absolutely.
lacing his boots.
Yep.
R.I.P.
So
to
a lot of
Brother
times they
Lee.
had to start the song roll for him to come out.
Yeah.
Luke Harper used to come out.
Building that heat, Terry.
Yeah.
Hey,
But I love Terry to death, man.
Oh yeah, great
he's
guy.
a great guy.
Man, I remember you and Dobbs, Executioner, the Pritchard guy.
Yeah.
God, who was that big bald-headed dude?
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz, brother. He was a monster. He was huge.
Yes.
Yeah, I Jeff Crow, Justin Saint. I missed all those Western Kentucky towns.
Yeah, I actually seen Jeff Crow. He was there watching the show the other night.
See, man, I hate that I missed that. Like I said, he's another one I ain't seen in 20 years.
Referee Payton got another story. He said, I'll never forget an older lady giving the locker room a box of donuts and Terry trying to take it straight to the concession stand.
Try to sell them damn donuts. Oh, we're going to ask you about this, Terry, when you come on.
That's right.
He told that story the other night.
I believe it.
He comes on,
Guys,
he's going to come on the podcast. We're going to ask him about that.
Oh, God.
Hey,
yeah, he was going to take them and sell them and make money.
What a carny brother.
Hey, Kurt, we're going to let you go, buddy. We appreciate you calling. We're going to end the show here. We've been on here 2 hours, so I'm
Love
sure.
you, Kurt.
I just wanted to holler at you and holler at Rod. You know, hey, he's a great
Yes,
guy.
sir.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
know, known him ever since about he started in the business.
Yeah.
We worked a lot of promotions together,
Yep.
so. But, yeah, I'll be hollering at y'all later.
All right,
Love
Yes,
you,
sir,
Patrick.
Kurt.
Hey,
All right,
love
Kurt.
you guys.
Thank you, buddy.
Later, brother.
Love you, man.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Yep.
Kurt's cool. He's one of our
Brother,
biggest fans.
He is the
Yes, he
best.
is.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a Kirkpatrick Mark since day one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, guys, we've been on here 2 hours. I'm sure you
That's
got
right.
things to do.
Long drive to Somerset.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you driving all the way up here,
brother,
man.
No, I
Appreciate
love
you,
it. I
brother.
love it.
Yeah. Anytime you want to come on the show or anytime you need anything from us, you let us know.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you guys having me on.
Yes,
So at this
sir.
point, I'll let everybody say their last words. Go ahead, Johnny.
I just want to thank all the fans for tuning in. Because without y'all, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. I want to thank you, Rod Hicks, for coming here, giving the time out of your day.
Thank you, sir.
I want to thank you, Sean, for being a great cousin, even though you showed up mad.
I was tired from work, man.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry,
I
brother.
want to thank you, Andy,
Yeah.
for being Andy and nice.
Well, thank you. Thank you for always kissing my ass, Johnny. I appreciate it. Go ahead, Sean.
I want to thank Rod Hicks taking time out of your business with COLLARxELBOW brand. That's taking off business. It really is. Don't sleep on it, everybody. I want to thank everybody in the chats and comments. Kirkpatrick for calling in. Referee Peyton Bowman. We could probably do a whole podcast. Get Peyton Bowman back in here. We could tell a whole podcast on
Yes.
Terry England stories if we wanted to.
Yeah.
I've heard some of these stories in the little bit of time I've been distantly in the business, honorarily. Always, everybody, stay nice.
Rod, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for having me on. Thank everybody that listened and in the chat. And I encourage all the guys, come on here. I didn't even get to hardly tell any stories.
Yeah.
From the territories and wrestling. So like all these guys, Kirkpatrick, Chuck Smooth, Terry England, Vic the Bruiser, anyone that's in the chat, that's been mentioned, all that. Like there is so many stories. And not stories, but also lessons or knowledge that if we don't share it and pass it on and retain it and all that, it's all going to go away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Especially us guys that, have done it for the love and done it at the grassroots level. Like, we don't get books and documentaries and all that.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
we don't word of mouth,
Do something like this.
Yeah. It's like all this stuff's just going to go away, and we can't have that. So I encourage everybody to come on to this podcast, any podcast you can,
And go back and check all the
yes,
check out the interviews we have. We have over almost 200 on YouTube now.
just because some guy hasn't been on television or pay per view, I can tell you right now they're going to have better stories because they've seen far more crazy shit going on. So some of the people that you may never heard of will be the most entertaining thing you've ever heard.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
right.
thank you, Rod, for coming on and giving us, advice and telling us some stories and, and teaching us a little bit too today. And we appreciate you. And I want to thank all the fans out there for watching the podcast. And if you guys, like Rod said, go back and watch some of the podcast. There's like over 200 episodes on on YouTube. We probably got over 100 interviews at this point of guys that like Kirkpatrick. Marty Clay, we got Kyle Maggard on there. We got Scott.
Don't listen to that one. Don't listen to that one.
We got Scott Diamond and
Joe Hamlin said, hashtag life is a work.
That's
all
right.
those guys.
That's right.
The
Anthony
big
Presley's been on here several times.
Yep.
I want to thank Johnny Lee for helping out the podcast every chance he gets. He does this thing full time, and I only do it part time. So Johnny Lee is the man. He he's always doing this. And me and Sean have shoot jobs, so we have to do that shit. And Johnny Lee is doing this all the time. So, guys, support the podcast. Go and buy a T-shirt from us.
Where we not slack off, but where we can't keep up. But Johnny's.
If you guys,
I swear, if it wasn't for Johnny, this podcast probably still wouldn't be around. I'm going to be honest with you.
If you guys go over to Facebook and just comment, like, share all of our stuff, we get paid.
Send some stars.
Send some stars.
That's right.
We get paid for our content on Facebook.
And you don't even have to spend too much to send those stars.
Facebook has been helping pay the bills around here for a while. You guys, and not just Facebook, but all the fans clicking and liking and watching our videos on there. Go over to YouTube and watch our videos. We're on Twitch too, and go over to the ProWrestlingTees.com and buy one of our shirts to help the podcast. Go to Collar and Elbow and buy one of their shirts.
Promo code.
Use our promo code Andy10 and help out Rod Hicks and help us out at the same point, and we all can work together in this thing called we call wrestling. We're all fans. We're even the workers, are fans, and everybody's a fan of this thing, and
it's about building it up.
We can all work together on this. I'm gonna let everybody go. Thanks again, Rod.
And if you're not having fun,
you ain't getting none.
Damn Skippy.
Yeah.
Nice Guy Andy podcast.
Skullface Records.
I'm glad Kirkpatrick called.
I'm glad too.
Okay.
When I first heard the ring